disappointment. Now the vice president often tell me, since he got a seat as vice president, how many persons have I recommended in this government to serve in the government as presidential appointee? 0. Every appointment in Nima County was done by him. He and I would discuss something as a brother. To implement it, you will bypass me and do different things. I don't talk on it.
Now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you. That's why we vote tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
The good person in our whole United Party, that President Bouaka. You want to say that again? The only person that appreciate good among all the United Party for that President Bouaka. The rest are ungrateful. The right, they use you and dumb you. But President Bouaka, if all of them were thinking the President Bouaka and behaving the President Bouaka, United Party will have another chance in 2029. Just for now, they do not regard people that help them.
Of our soldiers were executed on this party ground. 2 at the back and 1 right at the headquarters. The man who shot and killed our people today is a darling boy in the Liberia National Police. They brought him back to shoot more guns. Get ready to shoot. Because we challenge the status quo appropriately.
Inform them in the violence or still any student because of their action. It will be the day the entire Bouaka administration will cut down. We will massively violate the students in this country and will shut down the Bouaka administration. The day that happens, we have the capability to do so. And if they think this renovation project is a joke, let them try it. The fall of the Bouaka administration begins with this. If they think they will tumble on any student in this country or at the university like Garguah and water away impunity, while our children saving opponents and logic in the Western world, while we are subjected to agile power and bad learning conditions here, and the thing will say. In
the first 100 days, no car will get stuck on a major road in this country. And I mean it.
You say it out loud?
It's going down. First floor. There you have it.
That led to decades of war still run deep. But so too does the longing for reconciliation. A reconciliation defined not by political bargaining or by an artificial balance of power by tribe, region, religion, or ethnicity, but by the equality of opportunity and a better future for all Liberians.
Bouaka can lie. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. Okay. They put all hustle, they put hustle, they lie. Everything they say, they never say the truth.
Today, the supporters of His Excellency Joseph Bouaka presents him as a poor man from Lofa and aside that he will understand the plight of the poor people. Fellow Liberians, do not be fooled. Vice President Bouaka is not poor like you, not even as me. As Vice President, his office received more money from the government budget than any other Vice President has received in Liberia's history. He has enjoyed some of the best and most lucrative government jobs.
There's this, what I call sort of vicious lie about the fact that Mr. Pewee is gay or bring gay lifestyle to Liberia. It's complete bullshit. When people can accuse you of stealing people's money, when they can accuse you of being involved in war, anything, people don't make up stuff. They don't make up shit. Excuse my language, right? So it's complete nonsense. I'm married, 8 Teresa, 2 children, 5 grandchildren. I believe in traditional family values, so it's complete bullshit, complete nonsense.
Young man, vice president, young man that are vice president, the major stole 500,000. I mean, Jamaica, the major went to, I forgot that Jamaica, the majors went to Ghana, the fit, and they may bring it all company in the country. I mean, Kun can reach yourself. Kun man, you know, Kun, but I want to sophisticated, quiet, hardcore rule in Labro. But Labro,
when 2029 come and pass, then you finally leave. Mission is completed. Now, what the rules of engagement? When the war ended, the guy said, the captain, the commander said, mission complete. There wounded outwards, all men on board.
Everywhere there is no school, I'll put school. And everywhere there is school and school in bad condition, I'll renovate it. I told them, towns and villages, everywhere you will have lights in a town for children to play and people to see. I told them, every town will have safe drinking water.
If Charles Taylor is the problem, he will be out of here in the twinkle of an eye. And I say, let well-meaning Liberians come home. If we respect this constitution, a government formed in Accra is a violation of Article 1 of the Constitution. Let them come home. Let that government be formed in Monrovia.
The government that capital Rosemont, B Road, all kinds of places. I think the reason Joseph Baga will not do much because the old man, the papa is suffering. The papa loves the country, but he can't make it. The criminal there around him, they sophisticated than him. They are sophisticated criminals, so they can't make it.
Your league Costa, God know how to pay people. It's just simple. Costa that accused everybody but himself. Everybody, Joe, we join, we kill Joe, he killed Joseph Boaga. Boaga still living. Joe, no, you leave better. He made me senator. He almost made Joseph Boaga president until he screwed up. We gave God the glory. Yeah. Well, Boaga, when he screwed, he said, oh, we don't want to make sure we fought for him to be reconciled with the president. And then the people who fought for him. Look, yearly Costa, you come. And Costa was in a podcast, he said, they don't been calling me. Okay. The time you were calling me for me to carry the president, Boaga, did I put it on radio? That immaturity to do what you're talking about.
And I
no, son,
guarantee you, when we finish, there will not be a winner or the loser. Today, we all wear the jersey of Liberia. And the victory belongs to the people, to the peace, and to our democracy. As we begin to build upon the foundation of this new Liberia, I, George Seleke Kromah, the new president, will first give thanks and praises to the Almighty God for the blessing He has bestowed upon our country. And I say, my people, thank you,
We elected on 85 irresponsible men what happened to the country. We elected on 85 irresponsible men to govern this country, not to be very irresponsible.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the closing argument. Today is Monday, 7/6/2026. That's July the 6th. In our Lord Jesus Christ 2026. Do us a favor, share the show as I'm doing now. So everybody can know that we are here. If you are part of our family, which is Freedom FM, so welcome to all of our listeners, all of our family members by way of Freedom FM. To our parent company, Truth FM 96.1, wide and near. We say thank you very much for tuning in and share the show. Let everybody know that we are on to do the people's work. It is our promise, it's our pledge that 9 o'clock Liberia's time, 9 p.m. Liberia's time, we will be here, rain or shine. World Cup or no World Cup, we will be here. We will be discussing a lot of stuff today, things that you want to talk about, especially when it comes to Liberia. We are asking our friends to share the show. Just tell them to join the show. Let them join the conversation and have a say in current events in Liberia. So we are going to say to our folks, there's a lot going on in the Republic of Liberia. And as usual, we do not shy away from the topics, whether they are controversial, they are personal, or they are political in nature. Once in a while, we even delve into religious affairs, even though we are not ordained by the Almighty God to bring you the scripture. But we do understand the scripture and we do have an opinion. We also will like to opine on issues that crosses or cross religious understanding, whether it is the Quran, the Bible, or the Torah. We may not be the authority in these areas, but we do have our opinion, and it is only that. I also want to let you know that the opinions expressed on this platform are the opinions of our guests, our platform hosts, the public, and not necessarily the opinion and endorsement of this platform called the closing argument. Whenever the closing argument has an opinion, it will be expressed officially from management on our letterhead. It will specifically say what is it that we say, who we say this to, and how. Anyhow, welcome to the show. I am Jerome Gayman. I am your host from the beautiful city of Fort Pierce, South Florida. And we are having a great time here. If you can tell, most of the World Cup soccer matches are being held in Miami. So we are celebrating and having a great time. Ronaldo and Portugal just lost a heartbreaker in the dying moment of the game. Spain scored, and that's all she wrote. Spain won, Portugal 0. Ronaldo and the great Portuguese team are going home. Later on this afternoon, the United States is going to be going to war with Belgium, the Kingdom of Belgium. And we do have a controversy. The United States striker, Balogun, was given or issued the red card in the last game. And according to FIFA, if you are issued a red card, you are not supposed to play the next game. So Balongo should have been suspended for this game. But we heard the mighty United States stepped in. The president of these United States, Donald J. Trump, picked up the phone and called FIFA and told FIFA to rescind the red card. Out of no time, there was a breaking news that FIFA had reconsidered and that the red card that was issued to the United States center forward, the striker, has been rescinded and that he is now going to take the field and play tonight. There's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of opinions on this one. There's blame to go around. There's blame on President Trump. There's blame on FIFA on not only the decision, but when the decision was made. If the decision was going to be made, why it wasn't made a couple of days ago? Why wait for 10 hours, 9 hours before kickoff? And what does this do for the game? At one point, the whole world was on the United States side. It was like Goliath against David. The children of Israel was going to war without David, and the whole world was behind the United States. And all of a sudden, something happened, and the tide turned. Now, everybody within soccer, everybody, including the coaches, saying that this is so unfair. Now they are supporting Portugal. People are now rallying around Portugal that this is not fair. So is the United States snatching victory out of the joy of defeat? Some will say they are snatching defeat out of the joy of victory. Is this fair for the president of the most powerful nation in the world to intervene and tell FIFA you have to rescind that card? Has it happened before? We went back to the history books and found out that FIFA herself has done this before several times on a dubious reason. Let me welcome our folks in Radio Land, Freedom FM. Mr. Morris, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and welcome to a brand new week, Mr. Jerome Gayman.
You are very low. We can't hear you.
Are you getting me now?
Very low, still low.
Still low. You getting me?
We are not hearing you that much.
Not clear.
You have to lower maybe probably your receiver or the sound that is doing the studio. If you have the
feedback like a bustling.
Yeah, the bass is too much in the back in the speaker. You are very low.
Very, very low.
We're getting the bass from in the studio.
Maybe you need to go out and come back in.
Okay. Let me adjust.
Yeah, go off camera and adjust and then come back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. It is politics. You cannot separate politics from everything. The game of soccer, the beautiful game of soccer. And then when we talk about, there you go, when we talk about soccer later on, we're going to go into Liberia. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about the politics. We are going to talk about current events. And we are going to talk about those issues that the Liberian message catch your heart. Those things that you want to talk about, but they have nowhere to talk about it. Well, you got a platform. You can call in and express your views. And if we are missing anything before press time or after press time, it is your job to call and let us know where you call it in from and what is the news. If we have time, we'll talk about it. But let me go over the topic real quick here. This young man called Tony contradicted VP Cool's statement. Tony, I think his name is Dianuka, say he is a loyal fan of the VP Cool. But VP Cool say he does not know Tony at all. How is this possible? VP Cool say he's a public.
Please mute your mic from Freedom FM, Morris. Your mic is bringing a feedback.
Can you mute? Thank you. The VP Kun say he's a diplomat and he takes pictures with millions of people, maybe tons and tons of folks. He does not recognize them all because people ask him, Mr. VP, can I take a photograph with you? And he said, yes. So he does not know Mr. Tooney, but Tooney just said, listen, the VP and I go basically a long way. I know him and I know him very well. Actually, I am a loyalist. Tooney said he knows the Vice President Jeremiah Cohn personally and likes him. At the same time, he says he has met the Vice President, but VP Cohn says he doesn't know Tooney. And in fact, he always takes pictures, interact with the public, and takes pictures with plenty of people. So he doesn't know this guy that they are talking about called Tooney. In other news, the Front Page Africa publisher right this year says the drug cartel is entrenched in the Liberian government. Paul King could walk free, he says. Paul King could walk free. Is Paul King the fall guy? One that they have confusing evidence on that he could walk free. And we'll read right back where we are. GLS manager, general manager Paul King, handcuffed and sent to jail on charges of drug trafficking, transportation, facilitation, importation, and exportation. He has been charged for importation and exportation. Senator McGill raises questions of President Walker travel on car power ship private jet. Does car power ship have a current or future business interest in Liberia? Why? IG Gregory Kromah doing the work of the LDA, Fire Service, Minister of Justice, etc., etc. Former Representative Seleke Kromah seeks answers. It seems when the Justice Minister has a work to do, Gregory Kromah steps in. When LDEA has an office work, when LDEA has an appearance at the Senate, he steps in. Everybody that has something to do with law enforcement of any kind, Seleke Kromah has made himself the de facto leader of the joint security of the Republic of Liberia. We will discuss the Liberian Football Association Grievance and Discipline Committee has officially expelled Mr. Cassell Anthony Cole, President and CEO of FC Facel, from the association and all football-related activities. In soccer, former President George Myean Weah says Mbappe is far superior to Kamara. That is brewing in soccer. It's a big one. We remain in sports. Liberia withdraws from the FIBA U-18 Afro basketball qualifier after the government of Liberia failed to fund. Pledges made for funding never materialized. So here we are. Our young folks are doing well, qualified to play in the African Cup Federation basketball. The government of Liberia made pledges and couldn't come through. So the Republic of Liberia will not be represented in the FIBA World Cup basketball tournament. Talking about sports, we want Liberia to be qualified. We want Liberia to be on the stage like everybody else doing around the world. Cape Verde, Senegal, the Ivory Coast, Ghana, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, you name it. When it comes to Liberia, simple thing like the U-18, simple basketball tournament. They can't. So let me welcome our brothers and sisters, our colleagues in Freedom FM to identify themselves and welcome the audience. Mr. Morris, if you are all set, pretty set and ready to go, welcome aboard. You are muted. You are muted, Mr. Morris.
Am I still muted?
No, you are not muted, but we are still hearing a terrible grind. The noise is terrible. There you go. We can't hear you. The noise is terrible. Maybe you need to go out and come back in because it is bad. Ladies and gentlemen, our brothers and sisters that are listening to us by Freedom FM, we are having some technical difficulties in Monrovia. We are working on it. And in due time, we will be back to welcome all of our friends, our followers in Radio Land. If you are listening to us by either one of those radios, frequency, let us know where you are tuning in from. Tuma, I am following from Carver City, Kulahome. Lofa County is in the house. Vinicius Bar, I am following from Newcastle Town, our brothers and sisters in Newcastle Town. As far as I'm concerned, the borough of Newcastle Town is the most educated. The folks with the highest IQ in Liberia, there is no borough, no city, no county have produced more geniuses than Newcastle Town. The great borough of Newcastle Town. KD63PKs, hi Mr. Gayman, I have joined you from the UK, United Kingdom. Thank you very much. Vinicius Bar, I am following from Newcastle Town. I love those folks from Newcastle Town, tough folks. Francis Marcelo, I am following from Barnesville. Barnesville is anyhow. Tomato Guy, I think hopefully I'm calling it right. My name is Tomato Guy. I'm watching you from Brewerville City. Good evening, my Freedom family. Absolutely. Where Abraham, is it Guy or Gay? I am following from Tussafield, Grassfield community. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Keep sending your salutations. We will recognize where you are tuning in from. It is a great thing to have you following through. We are still having noise from Freedom FM. Something is going on. Either is the microphone or something is not right. It's making a terrible noise. And the noise is like bees making a noise, and it's interfering with everything else we are doing. So hopefully you can tune out and then tune back in, or it is your mic. Maybe you need to unplug your mic and then replug it or something, but it is making a terrible noise. Let me welcome Honorable Sylvester Pewee. Pewee, welcome to the show. You are muted.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's good to be here this wonderful Monday afternoon. It's a little bit shaky weather. The weather look a little bit terrible from this end, but it's good to be back there. And after the celebration of the wonderful 250 years of the world's most powerful country, it was very great, and we pay our respect and humble ourselves to this country. It's a powerful country. The country have transformed a lot of Liberians, those that came here for the purpose of improving their livelihood and their career path. And the country is increasing, also impacting the global community. So it was a very wonderful time to be here to celebrate the existence of this country for 250 years. That's an extraordinary milestone. We look forward to many more years to come for this great country. They call it the sequential something or so. Yeah, so it's a very great thing to be part of it. But it's another unfortunate afternoon for us. One of our own big brother, a very respectable big brother, Akina Wesley, unfortunately lost his daughter to a tragic, I'm told, a motor accident here in the U.S., I think in the PA or the Jersey area. We just want to extend our deepest condolences to him for the loss of his daughter. He's a very humble and respected senior brother, and it is our prayer that the Lord will protect he and his wife for this tragic and very devastating loss. It is devastating. He wrote on his Facebook page saying she devastated them, and I think there's no word that can describe that. So we just want to this afternoon, pay our respect to you and grieve along with you. We know that the grieving process has not even started. I don't think anything there's no amount of condolences and anything that can console you and your wife at this moment. I think that the Lord will do that. Mr. Gayman, you will know the rest. I think to lose a child at the age of 20, 21, it is devastating. So I think that's the broken news we got this morning about. And as a matter of fact, Akina Wesley served before as the Deputy Minister of Public Affairs under Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, a prolific intellectual, a very good speech writer, and the rest of that. This is a very sad day. A sad day for all of us that interacted with him personally. And I didn't know his daughter personally, but I heard much of her. She was, I'm told, very talented and the rest of that. So it's just quite unfortunate.
Did you say motorcycle accident?
I'm told a motor accident. When I mean, motor accident. When I mean, motorcycle. I think it was a car. I think kind of auto crash. If you will, but it's not yet confirmed. That's the information we got yet, but quite very unfortunate on a serious note. Yeah.
You know, it is. If you're reading the news pages in Liberia, you find out this weekend there was another tragic accident.
Oh yes, and I think I'm told. I think maybe Morris would confirm that, but I'm told that a Liberian journalist also is reported to have been involved into that auto crash. It's not yet confirmed. I can't confirm it from this side. I'm just saying it's reported in Liberia that, but it was a very tragic accident. Also, I'm told, very tragic.
And we also read on one of the papers that a graduate student, a gentleman who just got his master's degree from Cotton on his way, he also perished in that accident. I mean, somebody overtaking.
Yeah. For on a serious note, for Liberia and accident, I was just looking at the report sometime last week about accident report in here, and you imagine here, Mr. Gayman, in this country we have a lot of safety measure in place. They put billions of dollars into it. I was just listening. I mean, the last time, I think a month ago or so, in Pennsylvania, this new state budget, they put into place $200 million for the state of Pennsylvania for road safety.
Yeah.
200 million. I was trying to say, I was driving when I heard on the news. I did joking, but it's serious. I'm going to research 200 million for road safety in Pennsylvania, the state of Pennsylvania alone. Imagine, so for here, they put into place a lot of road safety, but again, accidenting. But for us, and sometimes for us in Liberia, I think it's about, most of our highway, unlike here, northbound going north, south go south, right? So that alone put into place a lot of safety.
Yeah.
Two vehicles are running away, passing full. Now that's two narrow roads. So anytime anybody will make a mistake, will run into the other vehicle. But yes, if it's going north, everybody go north. Even in 95, north, south, right? We hit it. Stay at that. Sometimes you have these things. But I mean, God, we just have to always say to God, thank you. But for us in Liberia, we need to put into some serious effort about road safety. Road sounds are also very important. And then you deploy. Because here also, we do have all these things, still accidents do occur, but they have mechanisms put in place sometimes to punish us reckless drivers or drivers that would not want to respect the thing. But in Liberia, I think the Banga Kakata rule, that's a very basic rule. And you want going so one. So sometimes, whenever you see, when I'm driving, and I sense a vehicle coming ahead of me, because we're on the same side, right? You other part on the side. What I do in Liberia is I sense you coming, even if it's in the day, but I speed. Well, the vehicle is not speeding coming. Yeah. What I would do, I slow down. Well, that's a very tiny highway. Any mistake, the man will run to you or you run to me, and that it will be bad, very bad. So I will slow down, and you pass there. I take my speed. I want to go, and that's it. Because it's not like we both go in the same side. Be halfway to there running to me, but you come opposite side. So you see, so that's the problem. Road safety, we need to put into place that the road sounds, the government, and I think the new contract is signed with this traffic people or this regulation about managing our traffic thing. They will have to put in aside some money for road safety and sounds. Then and do a lot of information to inform our folks about these things. What it means for driver to yield. Most of the driver in Accra, I will tell you this. 80% of the driver in Liberia don't know what they call yield.
What are you talking about? Even educated people, I came here before, I even saw what they call yield and exit. Go through the exit and yield. Exactly. I didn't know what it meant. Oh man, what is exit?
So let's say I come on LRB, I go see you, I come on the radio and identify you, I go there.
You boom. One way or no one way,
they'll do everything. Imagine. Yeah. There will be some area that got something they call, the wrong way, do not enter. Still, that's what probably enter.
Of course, they want to do shortcut.
Yeah. And support enter this and that, but most often, before my graduation from our school, our university, two brilliant young students that had the same way. Yeah, they broke that news. Was very sad. The week before the graduation, and they were also I think there were three. Two were also graduating. the wrong way accident from the R17 in Phoenix. So you understand that sometimes these things are and sometimes before you come there, say, "Let the car come with that speed." Ooh, that's the kind of way. But it's just unfortunate accident, honestly. But for us in that road, we need to put some time for safety.
Yeah, it's public safety awareness.
Yeah.
You got to do these jingles.
Yeah.
Listen, when we had no road, we didn't have most of these things. Now that we have beautiful roads, now that people are taking advantage of it, can you imagine overtaking another car in the curve at a higher speed, not even seeing what ahead of you?
Yeah, and at least the road that the World Bank sponsor, and the Buchanan Road, the guy on the road safety signs there, to be very honest. The Banga Road also got these things.
They don't even look at that thing.
The last time when I was driving, we were on our way going to Lofa, there's a taxi, the guy didn't do the commercial, I think he was going Ganta. The man is, I'm driving a car that can run far, then what do you drive? He was coming to try to overtake, right? But I was looking, there was a dip, and they put this road sign is that dip, DRP, meaning when you hear, you won't see the car ahead coming there. So they're telling you don't overtake. When you see those things, it's not able to overtake. I overtake. I did my hand this way to him. To him, I had to tell him to not go there. He still added he wanted to drive. But luckily for him, they see on, so I have to slow down. The guy has to cut. The next car has to slow down. Oh, that would have been a terrible accident. Yeah. I mean, the driver when they got the man is up this morning. He moved the car to a Paisley red light. His mindset is that I want to move to Ganta and back maybe 3-4 times a day.
I can do that, he said.
Yeah, he wants double the report. Maybe the owner of the vehicle is saying to him, okay, you have to report maybe $5,000 or this amount of dollars. So he want to triple that amount and carry it maybe times 2 more than the owner. Yeah. So that's the issue. Most of the accidents on that Banga Monrovia Highway, Monrovia Kakata Banga Highway and Ganta Road, it's recklessness from the driver, basically.
Yeah.
Not yielding to the sounds we have. And in some very unfortunate cases. But I mean, sometimes accidents, they do happen. Sometimes it will happen from the other driver, right? So sometimes you can. The guy's some aggressive driver in some cases that you can avoid. But so it's just unfortunate the situation, but the news in Liberia about they said it was a Liberian journalist. I don't know. Morris, I don't know if we can get him. I don't think he's.
Morris, can you hear us? You are muted.
Maya, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Myean, the news about I've been seeing it making some rounds on Facebook about one of the journalists reportedly, let me put it this way again, that he was involved into the weekend accident in Liberia on the highway. How true is this story? Is it not confirmed?
Yes, it was confirmed later on Sunday morning, because this accident occurred on Saturday evening.
Okay.
And then people were trying to confirm as to whether he died in the accident. So after family members went at the hospital, they carried 3 bodies. 3 persons were confirmed there. The journalist, along with a student who just wrote just in the national exam, along with the manager of the Patawi waterfall, they all were allegedly reported, they were confirmed rather.
The manager of the Patawi waterfall is also involved in that accident.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So 3 persons were reported dead on Sunday morning by hospital authorities.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mean who's the manager? The lady or?
No, there was a guy. There was a guy who.
No, so Mr. Gayman, the lady, I think she's the CEO.
Owner. Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah. Mm-hmm. The woman I spoke to her the last time.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Let me welcome Victor. Victor, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you very much, man. It's good to be with you all. And sympathies. Let me join you. Express my sympathies to, the families of those departed. Yes, I read that. I was heartbroken. I think Johnny might probably know this guy because remember the last time we talked to Johnny. Yeah, he was at Batawi, but it's just really sad. And I heard you guys, discussing some of the, the safety measures, that again, several times we talked about the kind of policing, that is going on in our country. I mean, I don't know, man, Jerome. Look, you're right. When I came here, the stop sign here, stop doesn't mean slow down. When they say stop, they mean you should come to a complete halt.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean slow down and then you drive on. No. So, the safety measures, right of way. You guys are talking about one way. You got to pay attention to these things. All the little things add up to safety on the road. And then we talk about, the policing of our highways. I mean, by the time you leave Mount Barclay, you practically don't. If you're going towards Banga, you leave Mount Barclay, you probably may not see any police officer until you arrive in Banga. And here where you don't have that much presence, you have radar. They will tell you that this particular road is being monitored by radar. The satellites they can send you a ticket in the mail. But we need some deterrent to help keep our roads safe. Way too many people are dying needlessly. These people, they pack the car like sardine. You see the car swaying, one side to the other, overloaded. They don't even care about the limits allowed. So, I mean, it's just really, it's just unfortunate because we're losing way too many people too quickly and too fast, too early.
So, Mr. Gayman, are you people getting me now?
There you go. Now you're loud and clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear. Yes, talk to us about happenings on the ground, the accident that took the lives of all these folks. And one of they said recent tragic accident on Swakoko Highway in which 4 people reportedly died, including a young man who recently obtained a master's degree from abroad. Can you imagine going to a foreign country and you graduate and
seriously
you go back home?
Yeah.
That
kind of strenuous journey after undertaking it at the time to yield the fruit of such a turbulent time, then you just meet your untimely demise. Is unfortunate, is troubling and dangerous. But how be it, my take is the government has a role to play in this issue of road safety, because yes, the government may not do all. The government may provide resources to allow for publicity, to allow for information to reach out to who be drivers and road users. While at the same time, we as dwellers in the various communities, we have a part to play by going by those rules and living up to the standards laid out by the government. Because if you do not want to play to the rules, then you are caught up in a trap that you yourself you saw, but you went into it intentionally. So when we have all of these mechanisms put in place by the government, by our communities, and jointly work with the government in making sure we propagate the message of road safety and that our roads are meticulously used by our people, both the drivers and ordinary road users, so that we avoid these kinds of tragic accidents that continue to take people's lives, especially in that kind of excruciating manner where you try obtaining your education through a strenuous journey at the end of the day to enjoy. You just lost a life in some reckless driving by a driver who is not knowledgeable to the signs on the road who is not knowledgeable to the rules in regards to driving, and they just take cars just because they can turn the wheel and they can change gears, get behind vehicle, and just risks the lives of people. So I think much more publicity and information sharing is needed so as to give the information that everyone needs so that everyone play their part equally. That's my take.
Well, let me go to Myean. Myean, you guys are the young folks. A few years ago, we saw the tragic death of the representative from Monserrato County, Lawrence. Representative Lawrence lost his life to the same thing we are talking about: speed and no lighting. Truck breaks down on the road. There's no reflector to say 100 feet away there's a car. They take grass and put the grass on the road, and you run underneath the truck, and everybody dies. Same thing. It's not the government doesn't have some part to play. It is the government responsibility to make the rules and enforce them. It makes no sense to say 55 miles an hour and you just leave the sign there. Okay? Ain't nobody to hold me accountable if I'm driving 100 miles an hour in a 55-mile zone. So it's useless. Absolutely useless. So knowing that this thing here is like a town trap, Myean, to you, it's like a town trap, right? Little people dying, educated people dying, lawmakers dying, old people dying, young people dying, and yet still the government have not intervened. For you young folks, Myean, you guys are always on the road covering these stories on motorbike, and what does this say about you guys who are always rushing to cover the story?
Okay, Mr. Gayman. Firstly, in our country, Liberia is a kind of country where everybody do their own things, how they feel is okay for them. At times, you see, one of the main reasons that you see accident occur on that road is that the drivers, some of them, they want to make 2-3 trips a day. How is it possible that you are driving on like 5 to 6 hour distance and then you want to make 2 to 3 trips a day? How is it possible? Because if you're taking someone from Monrovia to go to like Ganta, you spend like 5 hours on the road. But you want to speed up to do it like 3 hours, 30 minutes. How is it possible? How are you going to manage within that 1 hour, 30 minutes to cover up? It's not possible. So sometimes they speed it up to the extent that you see they want to overtake in between. You see truck, so you see another car coming, you want to overtake. Sometimes these are the causes of accident. And some of them, they are not knowledgeable to the road. They are not knowledgeable to the traffic rules and regulations. Some will just come and say, oh, my man, I say you can drive, I'll give you my car, go get a lesson. And then you go start driving for us, making some money. And when that man run like 1 week, he already know the system. He start to go about doing his regular routine. So that's how people get involved into accident. In Liberia, to get a driver lesson, you're not going in through any training to get a driver lesson. Screen training, wherein they will know how you can drive, most especially the highway roads. Our truck drivers, these are people who make. Just imagine a student from the AMU University was involved in an accident around the Johnsonville Belt with a truck. The truck drivers, I think the government need to come together and say, yeah, these truck drivers, if they are hoarding or cement or whatever the case may be, let them operate in the night. At night, it also risky for citizens, because if you give them the go ahead to operate at night, some of them, they will not make use of that opportunity, but rather they will just run all night. At midnight, we see that people to the various entertainment centers, some of them will get drunk, some of them will drink and just be on the road. So I think the government need to come together to see how best to bring us some public awareness campaign to go to various schools, media institutions, civil organizations, and most especially the Ministry of Transport. We are not seeing the Ministry of Transport no longer working. We are seeing the LTM So if they are working, I think it's time that they can be able to step up their games, make awareness to see how best they can fight against traffic management, because this entire thing, people are dying, people are getting wounded because of this. Just imagine 3 persons lost their life, family heads. So who's going to be here reliable for them? No one, because even the car driver, he can't say sport, whether that car driver is kind of normal or whatever the case may be. No one responsible. So the issue about emergency response, I think it's time that the government needs to come together to see how best that they can be able to put some measure into place, that these people that are driving along the highways, the Liberia National Police, the traffic divisions, I think it is time that they can see how best to come together, not to just go on the highways and collect money from the taxi driver, but to see how best that if they are driving on certain speed limit, reaching to a checkpoint, some of them, when they are driving, you see the passenger themselves will be in the car, will be telling the driver, please take down, or driver, please take down, or at times, you as a passenger, if you are in our car, you see the driver is over speeding. The moment you reach your checkpoint, align the police officer, tell the police officer, say, oh, this is what the driver is doing. Let that driver be arrested for that. At times, you do let video or let recording to serve as evidence to prove what you are saying. Because if you tell a police officer this person is running, and that person can defend himself and say, oh, you are lying. So at times, you do let video or let recording. When you reach your checkpoint, see how best you can be able to report it to the police officer or to the security that will be there. Then we can see how best we can find solution to this entire road safety issue. But when we just sit and just talk, we'll not find a solution. But these people who are on board, because if a vehicle is not worth applying on the mirror, why is it that you guys will just put a vehicle on the mirror and then you just hear that sound, too many sounds within the vehicle, and then yourself you'll be there just because you want to reach your destination. So I think it's time that the Liberian government needs to come together, Liberia National Police, the Ministry of Transport, the traffic management. I think every one of them need to come together to see how best they can improve road infrastructure into this country, because our citizens, many of them are dying. Many people who have the minds of imparting knowledge or giving to the society, these are people who are dying from traffic management or the road safety. So I'd just like to stop there for now.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, we say to you, on behalf of the closing argument, we are doing our own public service announcement here. If you are under the voice of the closing argument, you should be learning. In America here, they tell you when you go to the medical doctor, you too have to be your own doctor. You have to tell your doctor exactly what is going on with you and what you need. If the doctor is doing something that is uncomfortable or is not right, you are paying your doctor, you have to say something because your life depends on it. So if you are in a car going to Buchanan, it's another deadly road in the country, that Basel Buchanan Highway. When people are speeding, and the Basel Highway has a lot of curves and a lot of hills, if you sit there and let somebody put your life at risk, and you don't say anything, then it is partially on you. When I'm going to Buchanan, I usually tell the driver, listen, you are not going to drive over 55 miles an hour. And I am watching the gauge. Oh, Mr. Gayman, I got this. I know this road. I've been driving the road. No. I know you know the road, but I know cars. I know what can happen. 55 miles an hour. That's it. If you want to drive 80 miles in a curve, you want to drive, put me down. Let me get another car. I'm not going to risk my life. Same thing with you. If the car is supposed to take 5 people and they put in 7 people in our car, I know you want to get to your destination, but also take your life into consideration. Sometimes I'm seeing men and women sitting on top of charcoal in a truck. The charcoal truck is packed with charcoal, the bags and people sitting, some of the people lying down on top of the charcoal bag and sleeping like it's nothing. All the car has to do is just bounce in a hole, or if another car is coming, they're trying to get out of the way and swirl up the way, and we have a tragedy. So, Pewee, let's take a few minutes of the time here to actually warn our people. Listen, a young man whose parent has suffered, graduated from high school, went to college, then went abroad, got some kind of scholarship to go overseas to study, graduated with a master's degree, and coming home to only die because somebody is reckless, selfish, and greedy. Guys, take your life into your own hands when you are riding these cars. Make sure if you're going to be greedy, this is the time for you to have self-interest. Mr. Pewee, a lot of people listen to you. You grew up in Monrovia. You serve a lot of the people. What can we do as a public service announcement from our end to educate people within that? Because this is getting ridiculous.
Oh yes, part of it, the major responsibility, bulk of the responsibility will be on the government, because it's the government that implement the laws of the country, and the citizenry will also share some part of the responsibility, but bulk of the responsibility will come on the government, and we are to get engaged into as people and get engaged into what I would call doing strategic pronouncement on the radio, jingles, as you rightly stated, different kind of jingles in the 16 local languages of the country, informing the folks. We normally used to do that. There was this jingle that normally used to be aired on radio stations by Mountain Brown and others. I think isn't the Roll Wheel to Health? That jingle explain if you did this is going to happen. You're going to go to hell, and you're going to damage your loved one, and the rest of that. There's a lot more also that we can do. The journalists, radio stations, the journalists can help newspapers. Some newspapers used to do some art on the central pages of the back pages of the newspapers. Informing the people. This guy, Garguah, used to do a report with the Liberia National Police. That report, number used to talk about, he's left the police ever since now. He used to be with the General Auditing Commission. I don't know if he stayed there, but he did a very wonderful job reporting the issue of accident report and the preventive mechanism. Also, we can put into place. But the government got the responsibility, but Myean says something that is profound. It's very important also. The citizenry, if you will. I think you play it but the problem about that, Myean, I have been there before and went through all of these things before. You're in a car with a very intransigent and disrespectful and very adamant cassette driver. Intransigent, disrespectful, and adamant. You say to this guy, the guy is conveying group of market women, Mr. Gayman, from Myean to Monrovia. And he's running on the 55-mile road around 80 to 95 to 100 miles per hour. He's been told, oh, my son, oh my, I don't want to do it. It's like they pay less time. There's a girl I used to know in the Pingsy Wokem area. She got killed around 1999, early 2000. We all grew up together. I mean, it's not 99, no, 2006. Yes, 2006, sorry. That girl died in a tragic accident, and I'm told the only survivor in that, there was 7 person, the driver himself got killed. He used to live in the same soup factory area where we owned the driver. They used to call him Papa. The only survivor in that tragic accident, there were about 8 in the, I think 8 or 9 in the taxi. I think only 1 person survived. And that survivor said, this girl was telling you, God, that she had gone to see her parents in Bon County. They were on their way back. Well, I think she was going to see her parents. Telling the guy, oh, you're wrong. Somebody was saying young, somebody was at that level. Oh, you didn't leave down to the car. The tire puncture with a spear on it, somersault that straight into the bridge there, and it just smashed. It was this blade taxi, we call it blade in Liberia there, and almost everybody got perished. No one survived. So the guys you would let's say to them this, man. Some people don't have their own car. So they may like you're a boss, 18-seater boss. The guys running you at the back seat, and they may not listen to you. And you want to cut back. It's a difficult thing. The society need to learn. But that's the reason why I said that the government can resolve this problem, can help to mitigate it, significantly mitigate it, and in a way and manner that will help safeguard the society and implement road safety. It's very important and paramount. If we don't do these things, someone would pointedly say things and it's sad, but they won't listen. So the way to do it is to call on the government. You are the government, and the people voted for you to protect them and create livelihood for them, means of livelihood for them. The way to go about this, I will say quickly, that the government of Liberia should reintroduce on a more larger scale, particularly the Liberian National Police, through the Ministry of Justice, through Liberian National Police. We reinstitute this roles, how to call it, what the nomenclature we have on it, highway patrol system should be reintroduced. Pump some money in the budget for that. Procure some very good running Jeep and pickups that will be deployed on the. And the good thing about us, we don't have too much of highways in the country. We have the Monrovia-Buchanan Road. Can you deploy like 4 or 5 vehicles on the Monrovia-Buchanan Road? If you deploy 4 or 5 vehicles on that Monrovia-Buchanan Road, it's a country we have. We can be again, we don't have the money. 4 or 5, like of 6. You have 3 focus on certain areas. It's not long. I think it's about 100 how many kilometers or so. Then you do the same on the Banca, the EAWA. Now you're sorry. Coca-Cola factory hitting Clark City. You have the 2 between Clark City and Total. You get another 3 between Total and Ganta. You have another 4. Do those deployment. It shows that now if we don't have to put into place the technology, now, because the corruption is too high in the police. So can you do a technology that you monitor them from headquarters? That would be very important to make sure you put most of the radar in those build. You can do those things, come and seek some areas on the vehicle and you suddenly build it and monitor these people. At least by that quickly here, we can try to reduce it. Other than that, we're going to be in there for a very long time. And unfortunately, those very hard-headed drivers won't listen to our poor market women. And those women, they're trying to reach home. But they don't control these guys. I lost one of my auntie in 2000 around the Salada Gate the scene. He was running on a very high speed and she was in the front of the bus. So this something happened, he held a brand new somewhere. She left from there and then again, seatbelt, wherever seatbelt is important. And how unfortunately she lost her life. So it's bad, man. We need to all help to do it. Other than that, it's only the country too small to get a number of people that die every year for accident.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going to our calls within the next 20 minutes because our brothers and sisters from Freedom FM will be leaving us in about an hour. So we will want to open the phone. Hey, is that Mr. Seaton? Every time you come, man, Jesus.
What happened again?
What's wrong with it? I mean, these people, your food of all kind of stuff. We'll be going to the phone line at 6:30 our time. That would be what 10:30 Liberia time. We want to get some calls from our folks that are coming by way of the Freedom FM, and then we will go at 8 o'clock. We will shut it down because we all want to go and watch the game. But so let me work out, Mr. Gayu, if you could put your phone landscape like this, it will be fine if you can do that.
Yeah, let me see. I'm not ready. Okay, wonderful. Okay.
There you go. I didn't say you, I said your phone. There you go. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing half of you.
Okay, is that okay?
Better than it was. Yes. Welcome to the show, Chief.
Is that okay now?
Yeah. Daniel Gayu, Nimbo, USA Deputy National Chairman. Mr. Gay, you working for Nimbo, you and Thomas Fala, you should have a lot of money to buy good equipment. So what's going on there? Welcome, Nimbo. Let me welcome Mr. Gay. He's the Nimbo USA Deputy National Chairman. Mr. Gay, welcome to the show. Okay, Nimbo is having problems.
Thank you. And
to tell you that Nimbo people, their money got an issue.
I guess you are hearing me, right?
Mr. Nimbo, we are not seeing you. We're not seeing you where you kind of force it. We come back to you. Let me go to Mr. Sita. Mr. Sita, welcome to the show. For some reason, are you in connection with the Nimbo people? All of your full of noise. Every time you come on, that noise. What's going on? Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. For the last almost 3 weeks, I've not been regular on the show. There are a couple of things that is happening in the state of Delaware from the community level, at the family level. So I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, but I'm grateful that everything is gradually getting in place.
Hold on 1 minute. Nimbo just fell again. Nimbo. Muhammad Ali, and you remember the guy that used to call. He knew Howard Cassell. Howard Cassell. when it's not Joe Fraser, I said, there go Fraser. There go Nimbo. Nimbo have fell. Nimbo, you okay? No, there go Nimbo. Go ahead, Mr. Sito. Nimbo is it?
Yes, as I was saying,
now? Is that okay now?
Nimbo,
listen, are you stationed to the headquarters in Converton?
With Nimbo?
Yeah, because we internet just on him because they said that is having some dispute. So
Nimbo is in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, but then the internet not great.
No, I'm right here. I'm. So I don't know what I.
I think it would be better. It would be better for you to log
I'm right
out
here
and log back
in the USA. So what?
You in the USA? So you might.
All right, let me get on and come back.
Yes, there you go. Thank you, Nimbo. Yeah, Mr. Sito, go ahead.
Yes, as I was saying, I'm happy to be back. There are a lot of issues I've been dealing with from the personal level. My daughter has not been too well. She's in the hospital. And we have other issues that we are dealing with at the community level in the state of Delaware. But I'm happy that I'm back so that we can discuss those trending issues that are affecting our people in Liberia. And from the topic of discussion that I read, I think there are interesting conversation that we need to have regarding what is unfolding in Liberia. So thank you very much and I'm happy to be back on the show.
Good. Let's start the show with Rodney Sear. Rodney Sear says the drug cartel, it is so entrenched in Liberia, so much so that he thinks Paul and the rest of the guys that have been used as token will walk free. This is Rodney Sear, and his observation is based in history. And he went through some the history and the culture of the Republic of Liberia. And he said, and I had this conversation with the folks at the embassy, they didn't like that. One of the deputies that President Boyka appointed, he said openly that the drug issue in Liberia will be hard to fight, and if we have to fight it, we have to be strong. And he said the judiciary have been captured, the executive have been captured, the legislative bodies have been captured, the society have been captured. He says it's going to be a long fight, and we have to be prepared to do it. And the next day he was fired. And here we are, right this year is saying, based on his research, based on the culture, based on what's happening, the country is, the cartel have captured the state. They are so entrenched that basically the people will be, it will be a revolving door. They will be walking in and out. Let me, guys, we got enough folks here and we got 13 minutes to go to a call. So let's go quickly, 1 minute each. Let me start with Victor. Victor.
Yeah, thank you, and welcome on set, Mr. Gayu, and also Mr. Seaton. It's good to see you. I'm sorry about your daughter. I hope she recovers quickly. Jerome, we came on came on here and we were saying that Liberia was quickly, rapidly moving to the state of.
Victor, can you move to your right? Can you move to your right?
How is that?
The logo is in your face. If you move a little bit to your right, a little more.
How's that?
A little more. You keep going back to the scene. We don't want to see half of you. We want to see the whole you.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Okay, good.
Right. So we were saying that the way the reporting was coming in, and all of these institutions seem to have been compromised, and we were saying that we were worried that we could be quickly becoming a narco state. I mean, these are some of the things we were talking about. I listened to Mr. Sear. Rodney is someone we all know. I respect him a lot. He's been in the business for quite a while. He doesn't just talk for talking's sake. And so he also he was talking with receipts to back up what he was saying. That a lot of people in high places had some knowledge about what was happening. And he talked about the tension in the government right now between those who believe that there should be full disclosure, and those who believe that some people are so high and mighty that they should be protected. And so he said a lot. You say there's 1 minute we have, but he named names, and including the vice president of Liberia. Remember the Sahel report? They named names. They named the president political advisor, Ms. Cooper. They named the speaker of the House, Mr. Kung. And the vice president was now on our list. But yesterday, Rodney is not accusing the vice president, but he's questioning his judgment, which we all should. If you're palling around with people who are involved with these kind of activities, then there is a question about your judgment. Either you have poor judgment or you are a part of this. Both of those are bad. So I think the vice president has a lot of explaining to do, and I hope he's getting ready to come and face the Liberian people and clear the air and tell us what it is that is going on. We need to know. So I'll pass it back to you.
Great. Let me go to Seaton. Seaton, real quick, 1 minute. We want to go to the line in 30 minutes. Actually in 10 more minutes. You can address Waika travel to Turkey on a private jet by the company that's coming to pick him up. That's trying to do business, and the country is going crazy over this again. There's news all over the place. Right this year, front page articles that the absence of the suspect charged in absentia. It is bound to derail. It was bound to derail this case in the end. How then do we charge people who are the real suspect in absentia? And then you got some that are gone missing. So it look at the government is sabotaging this case to make sure that nobody gets held accountable.
Well, thank you very much. First and foremost, it is mind-boggling and it is strange that I don't know whether it is the vice president using surrogates on social media to discredit Rodney Sear. I know Rodney Sear. He's a fine gentleman. He's a reputable journalist. He stands by what he says. And I think the fact that Rodney Sear could have made such an allegation against the vice president, it speaks a lot.
And I think the vice president needs to give the Liberian people more clarity on his rule. It is inconceivable that as a sitting vice president of the Republic of Liberia, even as a lawmaker for that matter, you will take picture with somebody that you don't know. I don't know where that comes from. Everybody that you take photo with, they are your acquaintances. You understand? Even if you don't know them personally, there are people around you that know them, and because of them, you were able to take those photos with those individuals. So the past president has a lot to explain on this issue, because I know Rodney here, he has his facts correct. Rodney here will not come to the public to say anything that he does not have the facts and some evidence regarding that. So the vice president needs a lot of explanation to do. Now, with respect to the allegation that the whole drug syndicate is a cartel, that could be true, because we have seen in the past other individuals that were accused of bringing drugs into the country. They were arrested and they were released, and some of them are now scot-free and they are roaming other parts of the world. So it is very important that the government takes this case very seriously. And the fact that the government took over almost a month to name suspects and arrest some of them and even charge some of them in absentia, it shows that there is some kind of a cover-up. Look, let me tell you something. If something is not done rightly, it creates a lot of room for speculation. So no matter what the government is doing right now, it has created a lot of distrust in the public with respect to the way the government is handling this case. And I just hope that there can be speeded investigation, and all those that are responsible, including those that are in higher offices, are brought to book. And I doubt whether it can happen under this administration. That's one. Two, with respect to the president traveling using private jet. Well, in recent memory, I know the only president who has traveled, Liberian president, sitting president who has traveled using commercial airline was Ellen Sirleaf. President George Weah used private jet. President Bouaka is also using private jet. When President George Weah was using private jet, President Bouaka and his people criticized George Weah for using private jet. The George Weah people at the time justified him using private jet. Now it has flipped around. President Bouaka is now using private jet. The very people that were justifying President George Weah using private jet are now criticizing President Bouaka for using private jet. Look, these people should start playing with the Liberian people. Okay? I have a whole, they should start playing with the Liberian people, especially Senator Myean. He's a senator from Magidi County. Since he became senator, what law has he proposed that will bring direct private sector investment to Magidi County for people to have jobs and improve their lives? What has he done?
What that has to do with the topic?
No, because what it has to do with the topic here is he's criticizing the president of using private jet. When he was Minister of State, President Bouaka used private jet. He justified it at that time. But now, because he's not in power, so he's criticizing. That's the point that I'm making. Look, they should start playing with the Liberian people. Other thing is politics.
Okay, good. Let me go to Pewee. Pewee, here we are. We got the main suspects. They were charged in absentia. All according to Rodney's here, logic is who brought the drugs in the country, who owned the drugs. All of these things that we will be talking about, we are not talking about. We are charging the guy who transported the drugs, and he is saying this is as much of a cover up as it can be.
Oh yes. To that, so into part of Rocknet argument or analysis, I agree. Part of it somehow, and then I vehemently disagree with some certain part. And this, I'll tell you why I'm saying this, and this is my own viewpoint on this. And I thought we need here. The issue about who brought the drugs, the police chief would need to answer that question. This is that's factually correct. As to the case of who brought the drugs into the country, we need to know actually who brought the drugs in the country, where did the drugs originate from. That's a critical thing we often know.
How did they get in the country? That's right.
And how did they get in the country? The origin of the drugs and the final destination. And we knew that the destination was actually destined for of the UK, according to the reports on the whale bill and the rest of that. But the origin of it is very important also. That this is clear, and we got some information. There's a parcel of such consignment that left the country on the 22nd of May. Right, and that went through and it was clear. We need to also know who cleared that. It's critically important to know that the 22nd of May, a consignment went through the system. It got on board the aircraft and it went to the destination. We need to know as country and people the destination and who cleared this. It's alleged that one Ali did declare it. It was the consignee and the rest of that. So we need to get all of this information. I agree with him from that perspective. So who is behind the drugs? Who actually, we need to know these things. Yeah, we have disagreements again, and probably all of you will have your own side of it, and it is critical here. First, let me go to Mr. Sito, my own big brother point. I disagree with his. Listen, you take pictures with those. It's not everyone you take pictures with. They are your acquaintance. That is absolutely flawed. No, I don't agree with that. And a clear example, I would say to you, Mr. The recent time with Garguah at your residence during your 60th birth anniversary, and probably there were friends that brought friends that they didn't know you, but they took photo with you. So you have to also know that also. Friends that brought friends that they didn't know who Sito is. The first time seeing Sito, but he was a celebrant and they took picture with you. So they were acquaintance with Sito. You agree with me that? So I'm giving this classic example. To me here that you took picture with people at your 60th birth anniversary that you didn't even know, you've never met in your life. They came to that occasion because a friend that close to you brought them that didn't know you, but they were curious. Oh, but where's the celebrant? I saw another people taking photo with you, right? We were in numbers that day at your home, right? And with your family and the rest of that. You knew some of us personally. You don't know some of us at all. It's the first time meeting because somebody invited someone to come. That's one of the cases I want to rebuff what you just stated. That so the vice president is, and here's what I would say. And sometimes Liberians and it's not about me being overly patriotic or loyal or whatsoever. No, patriotism is to the country, and I respect the leadership of the country, the presidency, the vice presidency, the way you let it do the job of the people of Liberia. Clear. The vice president of the Republic of Liberia said the parity of reasoning of Mr. C. I disagree with Rodney 100% on this. I thought it's unfortunate that by saying the vice president, number one, is a very high-profile VIP of the country. He's one of the powerful VVIP in the Republic. Folks will move to take, by seeing him, because people believe that just by taking a picture of the vice president in the Republic, you have achieved a lot of things. High-profile government officials, the president, the vice president, the speaker, the pro tem, and those high-profile bureaucrats we have in the country. People want to move to have photograph of them. It's obvious here. We see sometimes stars.
Mr. Pewee, can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
The vice president called Tony by name specifically, say he doesn't know. But here Tony is saying, I know the vice president personally. We are friends, and everybody knows how we know each other. So how does the president, how does the VP debunk that?
Yeah, so it's a good point, Mr. Gayman. So I don't want to go into the detail of the vice president say he called Tony or Tony saying this. And we ought to be a little mindful here in terms of this kind of a high-profile individual in the country, right? It is possible. And don't get me wrong here. So I'm not going to the point I'm driving to here, Mr. Gayman, is that you would take photo with me. Sylvester Pewee said that you don't have nothing to do with me. You can take photo with me. I'm trying to push that point across.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yes. I'm not going to vouch
on behalf, I'm not going to put my neck at verge or say I say the vice president don't know him or no. I don't know Tony. If I know Tony, maybe it's by accident. Maybe I don't know him by name, but if I have met him before, because Liberia is a very small social cycle that we all intermingle, right? And maybe I have met him in one of those social cycles that I cannot recall. But personally, we don't have acquaintance, and that's what I'm trying to say. But if Tony is saying to us that he knows the vice president personally, and the vice president is saying otherwise, then there's a need to find out now what is it that is unfolding. Now, is Tony's point meant to implicate the vice president or to bring the vice president name into this very critical issue that's unfolding in the country? That's one major point we should be asking. Or is this politically motivated for people to do this thing? But my point, what I'm trying to counter is that it's not everyone you take photo with today. Right? I met a lot of folks, international folks, when I served as assistant minister of public affairs, the foreign ministry. I met people. The war is over. That I was, for instance, when I met the mayor of their minister, I was anxious to take photo of her, right? Because she was a very powerful person. When I met at the time briefly the prime minister of the the UK, I was moved to their rush and take picture. There are other officials, the then foreign secretary, and we will move the Ghanaian foreign minister, a lot of different foreign ministers. Even when I first time interacted with President Ouattara and other things, I have to move to do those things. So sometimes you see stars, major politicians, folks will move and pray to take. Sometimes some of those things will be inadvertent because the official is engaged in official matters, and folks will just come and say, "Oh, I want to pick up the chief." And trust me, he would. That official of government, like the vice president, any other official of government,
but Sylvester, look,
with
all due respect, I'm letting you learn, but and I agree with you. You, as a public figure, you cannot control the number of people you meet. But the question becomes, first of all, the regularity with which you meet certain people. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't meet one person randomly 3, 4, 5 different times. In intimate settings, there are some of the meetings, the photos, only the vice president and Tony are in attendance. Okay. So I think those are the questions that people are raising. I absolutely agree with you. As a public figure, yes, you take pictures with a lot of people.
And Mr. Nagbe, I agree with you. If this is on different set of occasion,
exactly,
and it's intimate, then trust me, and I don't have. But I was trying to create the same here. That Mr. Gayman, I know we need to go to the line quickly. Let me end on this note.
No, I agree with what you're saying. Yes.
If it is meant that way, that Tony is saying he knows the vice president, he got some intimate talks with the vice president, then there's more caution. Then I will encourage the office of the honorable vice president to come out to the Republic and speak to the people.
And furthermore to that. Because of some of the reporting that we are seeing now for the vice president, that's why you need to clear it. Some people are not saying that this Tony guy actually knows the vice president's wife. He's friends with the vice president's wife. And that, he knows he's intimately several different ways. And so I think your point is quite in place, but I think it is all the reason why it is compelling for the vice president to say something.
And I agree. I also agree with you into title. Mr. Gayman, please, you need to have your man you brought today. I don't know. Let's see.
Why you picking on my friend Nemo?
After they may ready in the US or so. Because
I ain't Philadelphia.
I didn't adjust him, brother.
You know what I mean?
No, I did not Daniel gave you. I know him personally, but I didn't even know that he's the head of Nimbo.
Mr. Gayman, here's what my man said to me. He said, "Comrade, that some of the man made government liberal task me on the post invest."
So they swear they fucking Nagbe Peabody.
I don't know that they storm that they storm.
Good to see you, man.
They work.
Good to see you, Mr. Gayman. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Hope all is well.
Sorry, everybody. Go ahead. Sorry.
Come on, let's see you talk. Go ahead, Chief.
That's good to see everybody. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
And I've been just following the deliberation. Yeah. Look, there are a couple of things that I would disagree with Mr. Seaton on. You talk about my gear then were complaining about the president riding private jet. CDC did not complain when we were flying his jet, when we were flying the jet. It was Unity Party who were all around here tailgating, yelling all over the place, writing different stories and showing pictures of President we are flying private jet. Now you were the one that was the moral hands. You were the one saying that these things were bad for the country. It was corruption. It was nasty. It was not good for the country. You were going all over the place, writing. You showing him everything, the cake clean, doing everything. And then how can you come back and do the same thing? What sense does it make? Even
accusing we have opulence. Remember that?
Yes, opulence. Exactly, Mr. Nagbe. You accusing him.
But what I'm saying is the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
No, United Party accused we are people justified. We are people now accusing United Party. United Party is justified. So they are playing with the Liberian people. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not the same thing.
I got 20 minutes to go to my Freedom FM. Let me turn it over to you, though. I think we gotta get 5 calls in. Go ahead, Freedom FM. Identify yourself and welcome our folks.
Yeah, I'm Junkies Morris. Basically, Dak, Boharian Peabody, you're welcome. Welcome, Sylvester Pewee, and all of our followers here on the closing argument. Boyman, Abraham, Quay, Timothy, Gay, Francis, Marcelo, Vinicius, Junior Bar, Katie is also following there our YouTube channel. Bombo, Momo, Toma is also following. And all of you following via the radio and whatever means you are using to get us. This is the closing argument here on Freedom FM 87.9. I'm Junkies Morris. And so, Mr. Jerome Gayman, my take in regards to this situation of the vice president proximity to the fellow that is being questioned for the drug issue. The first thing in Liberia, we say, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. So that's the first basis on which we will need to establish how the vice president is involved or not. The fact that the vice president in his office, tete-a-tete, had a one-on-one engagement with this tuning guy. This tuning guy had another photo with the wife of the vice president. And this same tuning guy is claiming footage had proven that he is a staunch fanatic of the vice president. That means that there is a clear proximity and relationship between Tony and the vice president. When you follow all of these traces, the fact that the Tony's man will be in photo with the vice president's wife and the vice president and Tony on several photographs, it clearly indicates that these random engagements and interactions show that they are related and they have some level of relationship. That's why they continue to take photos together. So that's the first basis I think is laid here and it's clear. So it is on us now, on the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, based on his portfolio, to come out and clear his name, to come out and say to the public, provide information to the people, so as to disallow speculation that will dampen the image of the office of vice president. Going to the issue of the drug transiting, for me, I have a very serious issue with the police, since indeed the police have already taken over this case. The police supposed to carry out speedy investigation, because this case is a high-profile case that involves all Liberians. All Liberians are concerned, because we all know the kind of, I would say, danger that drug is posing to our country, the level of chaos that drug is bringing to this country, where we see young people who, some of them are out of high school, some of them were even in university, they are walking in the streets abnormal, and some of them they don't even know that they are wearing tear clothes on them, and we are here washing them. We think it is concerning. So all Liberians are ears, and they are very much curious to know what is happening with this drug issue. Why I got problem with the police? The police, since they are investigating this drug issue, should be able to establish where the drug came from, who received this drug, and who the person that received the drug was sending the drug to, allegedly to Great Britain. That particular trace is the police to speedily investigate. And in my mind, it should be between 5 to 10 minutes to have that established. So with all of these names coming up, I think it is just adding icing to the cake for the police to have a smooth investigation, unless there is something that the police will not want the public to know. But in my mind, where we are, this case is smooth for the police to establish the facts and to inform the Liberian people as to where we are and where we are headed with this 90 million drug issue. On the private jet situation, I think we need to stop this vicious cycle of criticizing things that are not normal, things that are economical to the society. Then we ourselves indulge into them. When we continue to say, like Mr. Seaton was saying, that since the CDC government justified the usage of private jet by the then president, this time around, it is right for the Unity Party folks to justify the usage of private jet by the president, Mr.
I'm not saying that it is right. I'm saying that they are playing with the Liberian people.
Okay, so here is the cross of the matter. The senator of Margibi County mentioned the issue of conflict of interest, and that is constitutional Article 98. So he brought that in to claim our attention so that we dig deep into who provided the private jet the president is using, because it is alleged that the institution that is negotiating to do business with the government provided that private jet. And under that Article 90A, it prohibits government officials carrying out their functions that are legally required to receive extra perquisites. So all of these things will need to come under scrutiny, and we ourselves will have to be sincere to Liberians, because we will need to do away with this vicious cycle of criticism and indulging into what we criticize. And our people lives are not going anywhere. We just continue to remain one place stagnant. So that's my position on that.
Great. Can we take 5 calls from your end? I know you're about to leave.
Yes, our callers, you can call us on the closing argument here on Freedom FM 87.9 on our number 077 104 104 086 500 104 086 500 104 0776 104 104. And our diaspora callers can call us on our WhatsApp line +231 86 500 104 +231 86 500 104. Call us and be live on the closing argument here on Freedom FM 87.9. This first caller, this first caller on our line. Hello, your name and you joining us from where? Go ahead.
My brother, this drug issue, we are here with you. This drug issue, nothing will come out of it. What I'm trying to say is that what these graduate school movement, they are taking the lead, which of course woman left for there, you went in there. Nothing. Today is the one hearing the investigation. But right is the DA ought to be hearing the investigation. We know the investigation is going nowhere. There is so sure. There is formality because it's not very big. It is people even continue with that what we just said. Because we will go down. It's the first time we hear it going this far.
Okay.
So we can take it to you all, but this thing is complete charade. It's a complete for nothing. It will just go on the carpet. Nothing will come on it. At the end of the day, they will just grab our board there and just use them as skill gifts. Then at the end of the day, people be at the back. Then you for the other cinema. So we are getting it.
Thank you. Thank you. Leave you there and go to line 2. This caller, your name and you joining us from where? Welcome. This is the closing argument.
Working the power in the name of rescue, now in the thing to help me. So, like, learn first and foremost, 2029, they cannot go with anger. That they will not go and force back about for any step they go, and they go, the someone will go with four, the food, and they say that is. So, after they leave on there, we'll go check on our food, and we'll get to know who go there and do their cooking there.
Okay, so, thank you. We'll leave you there and go to line 3. This caller. Go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
All right. I want to ask you for the show. Actually, what I want to say is that we are always say this that it says that you can't do red. I wish you approach the people about that, so that you're not going to be present while going on the this. If you had it, so this government here had it. Just people come when they were here, when they were not here, people were running their country. They were going against some of them. So they got you that were putting their services yet was not hard. So if they can't be power, they will face different. But where are we going now? So I want to apply for the show. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll leave you there. We'll leave you there and go back to line 1. Hello? Hello? Okay. Hello.
So okay.
Okay.
Let's go ahead, Mr. Gayman.
Myean, let's go ahead. You got a call?
Okay, yeah. Let me announce the line for Truth FM 96.1. You can put in your call 0777 649986 plus 231 777 649986. For our diaspora line, we have plus 1-856 676 5136. Better still, plus 1-772 940 2871 0777 649986. Let me see who's on the line here. 0777 649986. Hello, caller. Hello. Wow. Okay. 0777 64.
I got a call here.
Okay. Yeah. Take a call.
Okay. Yeah. This caller. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome to the platform. Yeah, man, Benu, this is the closing argument here on Freedom FM 87.9. The panelists are listening to you. Go ahead.
Will not be drawn. They were there. They were protest on the full round. They say we have been drawn. They drink all kind of things. Putting women in black, putting women in there. They put on it. They say we have been drawn. We have the picturing. We have so much. We have said I don't know nothing about it. He said let me get a contract to them. Let me see how I'm looking. We have said I get a contract to the people now. That they were being drawn in my government. And I told you that they were being drawn in government. They were working in their government.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we leave you there, man. Benu will go to line 2. No time. This caller. Hello. Yeah, welcome to General Man CC. This is the closing argument here on Freedom FM 87.9.
We can't hear anything, guys. We're not hearing that caller. Let's move on.
I
to
think
the
you have
next.
to work on it. Yeah.
Yeah, the reception is bad today. But let me work on Robert Garguah. If you have another call, let us know. Something's going on with the reception there.
Yeah, we're not hearing her. I think now the public is hearing her, so I don't know.
Well, Freedom FM or put yours on hold.
Let me-
Let's go. Let's go to True FM.
Yeah, let me announce the line 077764996 plus 231-077-649986. You can call us, or better still, plus 1-856-676-5136. You can call us on, or better still, plus 1-772-940-2871 077764996. I think we have to welcome the sound back from here. See how best we can get our quarters up. Plus 231. Okay. I think your line is kind of
okay. Okay. Okay, man.
Bad tonight because of the weather.
Yeah, I think
so. Are we clear from Freedom FM?
When you are clear, but your callers are not.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think tomorrow we'll make adjustment. Myean can take call from his uncle there.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. You got when a call come in, Myean, let us know. But you got 5 minutes. Your closing, your parting comment, Chief.
Yeah, and so I just want to admonish the authorities investigating this drug issue. This issue is very important for Liberians to have a sound result. Liberians are watching. Liberians are listening. Everyone wants to see a logical conclusion at the end of this matter. So I'm encouraging the authorities responsible to give Liberians the information they need It does not have to indict people who Liberians usually insinuate that they are involved with crimes. Let it be through due process, through an investigation that would be unbiased, free, fair, and speedy, so that we can have a peace of mind. Because this drug issue, all of us voluntarily in every facet of the society have decided to wage war on it. So this war cannot be fought by the citizens alone. The government having the authority should not scheme on this matter. Because what I want to close with, drug cases are non-bearable, particularly the quantity at which that drug was being smuggled. And unfortunately, it was captured by the security apparatus of our country. There should be no need to bail out anybody, because if you do that, it is against the law. Then it means that what is being insinuated by pundits and political activists, that the government is leading the country to a narco state, then is what we will be leading to. So the government will have to allow a free, fair, speedy, and transparent investigation that will be void of arm twisting, and Liberians will understand that this government is serious to fight drug and to make our country civilized again. Thanks to every one of you, and hope to see you on tomorrow. Shalom.
Thank you very much, our friends and brothers on Freedom FM. Thank you very much for tuning in. Still listen to us, Tony. We will be discussing the issue. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you tomorrow. Let me welcome Mr. Garguah. I know you got 8 o'clock on your mind, so we got another hour to play with here. Let's talk about politics and soccer. The most powerful man in the world, his name is Donald J. Trump. He picked up the phone, he called and said,
You're Republican colleague.
Oh, now you see here, we're talking something, now you come and talk junk. Talk to me. Is it fair that powerful people pick up the phone and call other powerful people, all of a sudden, boom, everything just disappeared?
Well, it's good to be on, guys, and I've been in the back listening. Listen, I think that you are absolutely right. We have about an hour left to a very consequential game. Well, this match is an important match for U.S. soccer, and for many reasons. One, this is the first time they've made it past the first time they won the group stage. They topped their zone. This is the first time they have they have gone beyond the run of the round of 16. They have an opportunity to go to the quarterfinals. It's a very important game. However, I don't think that this whole issue with this red card and how much media attention it has gathered, it has generated. I don't think it's a good thing for the U.S. mentally going into this game. We watched the press conference of the Belgium, and they've already threatened, even though the appeal was rejected by the disciplinary committee of FIFA yesterday. They have threatened that regardless of how this match ends, that they still see Folarin as an illegitimate player, and so the question is,
Robert, 1 minute. I have a clip here I want you to see just for fun.
Okay.
Myean, do we have it?
I'm trying to put up Chief Raul can just go ahead before I put it up.
Okay, go ahead. It's fun, but just for I was saying this because I asked you because The whole world was on the USA side. We had a wave going with like David versus Goliath. All of a sudden, 24 hours, they flipped everybody down against the US because of what happened. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
because the president of FIFA is a friend of Trump. And he has admitted that he regularly speaks to the president about the World Cup. I'm not sure why he has to. This is not normal. Just because, I mean, the U.S. is not the only country that's hosting the World Cup. Canada is also one of the host members. So is Mexico. Does he speak with those presidents regularly? No, he does not. And so I think it raises a lot of question about his relationship with Trump. But my thing is, I do not believe that the red card should have been given. Because part of the evidence that was used by the U.S. Federation in its appeal was that similar foul happened with Messi, and it was not intentional. VR determined that it was not intentional, and so Messi was not given a red card for that. And if you watch the clip with Folarin, it was clear that he was not even looking at what what was happening. His intention was the ball, and he unintentionally committed a very dangerous foul. But did that warrant a red card? No, I don't think so. So I think the question that many fans have asked and we're wondering is, if FIFA attempts to fix an unjust punishment by the on-field decision, why not just remove the card? Why suspend it? Right? And so the only logical explanation to that is it benefits the US right now to have the red card suspended to allow the player to play a very consequential match. Because from all indications, he is the US best player. He's the guy that they look up to score the goals. He's proved that, right? And so if you're trying to fix that issue, why suspend? Suspension means that they could lift the suspension after the World Cup. Now, what good would that suspension be if it does not impact the team and the player at this particular tournament? And I think this is the argument folks are making. Others can also argue that, well, Ronaldo, a red card was also suspended, right? And that's a great thing argument to make. The issue with the argument that people are also making is the lack of consistency and fairness when it comes to the decision, the on-field decisions and the VAR decisions. It happened the last time with the game against England and the other team. It happened with the Mexico game yesterday, right? If you're going to look at a potential penalty for one team, then that should be the standard across the board. At least take a look at it. Go to VR and take a look at it. You suspended Ronaldo a red card because his name he's a very popular figure in world soccer. Was that you suspended for Lauren because of course he plays for the most powerful nation in the world, where we have a very radical president in Donald Trump. So when you are consistently bending the rules to favor certain people or certain country because of fear, because of how powerful they are, it raises a lot of questions about fairness across the board. And for me, if I was a coach, the question we must ask ourselves now going into this match, I haven't seen the lineup yet, and they've purposely delayed the lineup, is that do we necessarily have to start this guy? Is it a good psychologically and mentally? Is it good that the U.S. is entering a very important match rather than talking about how well prepared these boys are to come and play and fight against Belgium, a very powerful team? We're talking about the suspension of a red card that should have never been given to begin with. I don't think mentally, I don't think psychologically, I don't think this is a good thing for those boys. And if care isn't taken, I'm really, really concerned that this might impact the mentality on this game tonight, and it might cost the U.S. this game tonight.
Let me bring in Tomalin Joe. Tomalin Joe, we are all lovers of soccer. I am a friend and lover of the Republican Party, but this one rubbed me the wrong way. Can you hear me?
I think he's frozen. I think you
Mr. Gayman frozen.
Yeah, I'm hearing. You can go ahead, Chief Joe.
Well, I mean, it's good to see everyone. Well, it's no secret that FIFA benefits from Trump. So Trump Tower. FIFA, I heard they got an office there. They got so they're benefiting. So you expect the FIFA president to be close to Trump, and especially when he's benefiting. So you're not surprised to see what happened. And it's also the power of America being shown, you know. But whatever the situation is, I'm happy that the Balongo is Balongo, I think Balongo, right? Balongo.
Yeah, Balongo.
I'm happy to be playing tonight, and I believe that if America wins to this game, they'll be going to the World Cup final. I believe that. I'm confident that if they win, but let's see what happens tonight. Belgium.
Someone about you brave too. You talk about nothing, eh? They be going
Belgium's a great team. You know, I was talking to my football. The guy who keeps me updated about the soccer, about the European game, Pewee, and he told me about this guy called Lukaku. Lukaku. He said
300 pounds, 6'6".
Watch out for that guy. And besides that, too, you know, the Belgian league is a very powerful league.
Lukaku is the old man now, man. He's not.
Yeah, but he's still
every
scoring,
time he's the goal merchant. The guy is
he's not the old man. He's the most useful player on the team now.
And they put him in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
I get it, but he's not the Manchester United Lukaku.
We understand. Well, they use it tactically. Go ahead.
I expect tonight to fireworks. The USA team with McKinney, Fremont, and Pulisic, all these guys. I expect them to cause trouble tonight, though. But let's see what happens. It'll be one of their first tests. I was so shocked yesterday when Morocco won 3-0. And then I was also shocked when I didn't watch the Norway-Brazil game because I was
okay, hey guys, let's mute.
So,
it got to be Sita again. Go ahead. Sita,
it is not Sita, my man. You lost my name. I don't know why.
From what I was told by Pewee, Brazil missed a lot of goals and also they missed a penalty. And they deserve to be whipped, maybe, to be flogged. And now we got Cristiano Ronaldo crying because his career is done. He's not going to play World Cup no more. He's not going to win the World Cup trophy. And you know, one time Josh Weah told me, he said, "We're in Worcester, Mass," and then we're talking about Liberia. He said, "Look, Tomalin, you think I did everything in the world. I did everything in soccer. You think I would not want to go to the World Cup to just climax my career? So when people tell you, say, I did this to Lone Star, I saw Lone Star getting all the crap. I say, no, I don't give it credence because I don't believe it. Because you did everything in the world, and why you not want to cap your career by going to the World Cup?" So he says, and I same thing with Ronaldo. I'm sure the guy wanted to win the World Cup before he ends his career, but now Messi will always have that right over him to say, "Well, I got it," you know. But this World Cup is one of the best World Cups so far.
No, they say it's the best. They say it's the most watched. Everything.
We'll see a lot of fireworks today.
But economically, yes, but not with it's too much noise.
No, but this World Cup, you see all the stars that are scoring goals. I want to like about the World Cup. All the stars.
The viewership is unbelievable. The
stars that are coming up. Look at what Harry Kane did to Democratic Republic of the Congo. What he did, he played like a captain. He played like somebody who wanted something, you know. And he played. I watched that game. He was like a roaring lion at the end of the game. And you saw the team. They how to call the team. The other game they play with. I think I've seen another team they play over the weekend. I watched that game. You want to play, you show that you want something, you really want it. And I think that's why the guy showed. But I was surprised at the result of England and Mexico because I thought the Mexican would have won that game because of the They were playing at home and they had all the home support. And everybody was wishing to look at them to be top. But then, from my understanding, again, he lost the game. But that's soccer. So that's what happened tonight. And I hope that the coach can at least put our son on the field today, at least to play our team. We are like,
I told you, you see, when I tell you guys something, you don't want to believe it. I told you this man has a bad spot in his heart for Weah. And he's taking it out on the man's son. There's no other way around this.
Mr. Gayman, please, I beg you to differ.
I will not say that, though. I will not say that.
I have to say this. Why?
Mr. Gayman,
I beg you. I beg you, Mr. Gayman. I don't want to interrupt you.
No, I'm coming, but Tim.
Yeah.
Tomalin, tell me, how can you take the third stringer and the fourth stringer and substitute it and don't put Timothy in? Is Timothy that bad that you put a third stringer over him? It makes no sense.
Mr. Gayman, I just want you to give your technical eyes this thing and do analysis
I'm giving it to you now.
As a team we have performance, right? Let's leave the first phase of the game. Now, the game is a social cycle where you have to be socially and technically built to play the game and have the understanding and give some results. Every coach that will have to go back on the drawing board and join a team, you putting your team forward to give you the results. Let's get back to the second game and take it back from him. He said he had a very terrible day.
We all saw that.
Terrible.
We all saw that.
Terrible to the extent that Timothy didn't know how to. Timothy put himself outside more than 9 times.
We understand.
No professional football player. So listen. So the coach believes, and it's not me. I'm not the one saying that. I thought.
Pewee, let me ask you a question. Timothy, is he a left winger or a right winger?
Let me ask that question.
Let's go by the topic now.
He is a right winger. But guess what? The second game, he was being used as a left winger. We have to put
it doesn't explain the poor performance.
No. It explains a lot.
He out of position. But guys, listen.
We'll talk about that another day. Let's go back to the topic. But again, I don't think the coach quick them in on 2 seconds. The coach don't hate his father. Nothing happened between them before. Nothing whatsoever.
Yes, I just told you what happened between the two. I just told you. George, we have beat him in the Classical 1-0. You know that. Come on. They brought him in. They call him the Joe Weah stopper. They call him the Joe Weah stopper. And
but then why is having the beginning of the company and get perform and tell the message to you again?
Listen, guys,
double up. On a serious note, you need to double up. The football war now is based on performance. It's not based on power the world best player before. No.
There's no way they put you in the game and say when you miss 1 or 2 shots, you will not play anymore. That's not how it is. In basketball, they say shooter keeps shooting. That's how they say. But let's go back.
Have you seen too many past performance from the time he left Juve to his current club?
Yes.
There's a need to improve. Listen, this come pin peak a police don't peak and say peak fan.
Peak fan. But peak fan.
This is the argument.
Arrest here. Back to
the topic, right?
Back to the
topic. Let me just weigh in, right? The issue about this drug issue, it's a serious thing, and it's a cartel, though. And we're just talking to Senator DeLon and telling that we congratulate you guys for the fight, what you guys are doing, but it is something that you guys got to stand strong because they will fight back. And I happened today to have a long call with the vice president today, and I told him, I said, look, this issue, you have to have a press conference to address the issue. It's not just issuing a Facebook post that will make the matter go away. You got to face the Liberian press and address it, because surrogates will not solve the problem and so forth. And that's something that, say what you want to say, but people will not just let it go. They'll talk about it all the time. And besides that too, the fight is on, and I can see that this drug issue is dividing the government, because there are people in the government who are protecting certain people too, who understand what's happening. And I still believe that the King brother they arresting today, I think I would, if I were advising them, I would tell them to talk, not to stay silent. They shouldn't be allowed to be used as scapegoat or pawn for people to use them and just to say, oh yeah, we're fighting the issue on drugs. It's a serious thing, and we can't just let it go. You have to speak on it, and until they can address it, until they can face it, it will be the country is divided on it now. I'm telling you, it's divided on it. The people in the government, you see some people go and defend certain person. When they hear it, they're defending, and that's why I see happening. You go on a viral post. If Gayman, my friend, I would defend him. I would try to defend him and show some words there, but that's not how I'm going to solve the problem. And like also, for instance, instead of just the people are serious, for instance, like today, Sunday, the president flew on a private jet owned by a company called Car Power Ship Energy. And this same company was rejected by the Sylvester administration, the Myean administration rejected this company. The question is, why is President Bogga flying on this particular private jet? Why? I mean, and so Nagbe wrote a very good thing about it. What is the conflict of interest? I mean, something happened because he's not going to the G7 meeting. I mean, the NATO 7 meeting in Turkey. He's not going to be the Turkish president. That man will be involved with the NATO leaders. So I don't know why he's going to Turkey and so forth. And fly on this jet. That's the question. Why I welcome your statement. Take it further. Make sure that this thing go on the agenda of the Senate. Let Madam Pro Tem put it on the agenda. And instead of Jihad is speaking about the drugs, you should also address the issue about the president flying the particular jet. Because if the question will be asked, conflict of interest, what interest we have in this particular company, and that's the problem. We can't let it slide, because very well it is not. They don't have no dealing with us, but why are you flying a jet? So either conflict of interest, something is in the making. And so the issue about it, as I end on this issue about the drug, like I'm telling my friend Rodney today, I said, look, brother, I said the things people, what people didn't want to say, you have said it. They were hiding all these people been saying, okay, people refuse to call names and so forth. Now you are talking, and now this way it's getting serious. And people have to talk. People have to talk. And if you sit down and allow your company to go down or your name to go down, it's up to you. But if I were involved or accused on this thing, I won't sit down. I will fight back. I will come out and engage the press. But here's the situation. The president gave a recorded speech, and then instead of the justice minister addressing the press on Saturday, he sent the police director. And I know such a major issue should be here. The head of the joint security should be the one to address, not the police director, but he left it with the police director to do it. Not even the DEA boss and so forth. So we shouldn't just sit down. We'll speak on this. It's a serious thing. Tomorrow we'll have this guy here tomorrow as our guest. Garrison Yellow will be our guest tomorrow. I know we'll talk more on it. I know the issue about what happened in Nima and all the fight will come on in discussion tomorrow. But again, the issue about this drug, we shouldn't take it lightly. There's a fight. The cartel will fight back. They won't allow. You want to dismantle a whole cartel, something that been existing for years. Not only the government expressing it. They just started doing early administration. It continued. We administration continue. They think the whole cartel being in existence, and so people shouldn't just think say they're gonna just do it in one day. So we have an obligation to talk about it and should not compromise. And let's talk about it and speak about it. And there are people who will be coming on the show to come and talk about it too, engage and call names. They won't mean their words and so forth. So let's see what happens.
Dr. Peabody, when we said everything is based on history, right? Right. This cartel began under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and it was substantiated by Joseph Boakai himself that referred to Liberia as a narco state. This is Joseph Boakai saying this. And here we are. Joseph Boakai, Deputy DEA Director, said, I have to be honest with you. The drug business in this country, it is so entrenched that the executive, the judiciary, the legislative branches, so we are all involved. We were going to fight the thing. It's a war. and the next day he was fired. Today, right this year is saying the exact thing he said. The cartel are so entrenched into the Liberian, basically Liberia has now become a captured state. What are we afraid of? What I'm afraid of, down the line, the cartel is so strong that they may install their own president because they have so much money. Your take on this?
Look, I didn't think Romney was mimicking his words. I think the fact here is Romney would not just make a lie, get up lies on the vice president. He won't lie on the vice president, or he won't just speak on the clear blue sky. I'm not saying that the vice president involved. I don't want to believe he's involved, but Romney have information, or he's privileged to information that we all are not privileged to, because he's a very smart man. He's an investigative journalist. He goes about and gather these facts and things like that. 98% of what Romney reports is always correct. So we shouldn't just sit there. I think it is not important for the vice president to come up and talk about his involvement. I know that taking picture with people doesn't mean that you know them or have relationship with them. He's a public figure. When he go places, everybody want to take picture with him. So it's not that. But in reference to this guy that everybody talk about, that even Romney talk about, I think the VP got to be very careful, because this could damage him. This could damage his potential dream of if he wants to be president of Liberia or what he wants to do. But I don't think Romney will come up here and make a lie. It seems that this drug can be fought, cannot, because you know what? All the big fish are involved. How can you fight yourself? You can't fight yourself if you got everybody yourself involved. Look, let me say this. Hate him or like him, the only person that made some effort here to fight drug in this country is Senator Darius DeLong. DeLong is the only one that actually have built a drug center, have maintained this drug center, and have had people graduating from the drug center that have gone to work and do other things in the society. He's the only one. The government just came up with big show. Joe Biden came up that he's doing drug tests when you're not doing no drugs, but you say you're doing drug tests when you had no plan after the drug tests what's going to happen and all of that. But there's just so much going on. The drugs, the corruption, everything he accused President President we are doing, they are even doing it double. They are doing it more than that. Everything. Now you were accusing President we are in the past of running private jet. Now you run private jet, a company, possible a company that you want to give contract to. Now they're bribing you, they're sending you plane, and you walking in there with all confidence, your head's up and stuff like that, because these are corruption, and you pay to play, all of that, So what we're seeing here, look, the government not ready to fight this drug issue. When you are involved in it, how can you fight yourself? The only thing you can do is just turn around the corner and act like you're doing something, and nothing will be done. Unfortunately, the just will suffer with the unjust. So we have the king brother down. They are the one now that are going through this, while the big fish that Romney was talking about, and those who need to complain will do it. But I have no doubt what Romney was saying is not fact. He had more information. He privileged to some of the best information that we are. Together, yeah. Mute that.
Yes. Let me go to Sita. There's a Sita before I go to Victor here. There's this breaking news from Sahara newspaper, and it's saying the headline is "Do not forget Jojo," okay, and they are naming names. They are also saying, doesn't it ring a bell to you that right after the drug thing was announced that Jojo disappeared in the Republic? And where was he? In Sierra Leone, and now they don't know where he is. The idea here is that his job is to, and this is the alleging, his job is to go from point A to point B to let everybody know that they will have it under control and all of that stuff. So the major names that we are talking about that are actually on top of this, these people are not being called, they're not being mentioned, and the information is out there. And yet the government refuses to call some of these names.
Well, thank you very much. With respect to the issue of Jojo, I don't want to speculate, but the mere fact, the mere fact that there was a slow pace in this investigation, it created a lot of room for speculations. So if there are allegations that indeed Jojo is also part of the cartel, that gave some credence to the speculation because of the slow pace in which the investigation was being conducted on. All right. Now the issue of Rodney Steer, and you look, what Rodney Steer said, there is some veracity to what he said, because I got what, and I'm picking back on what Dr. Peabody said. Rodney would not just come into the public domain and make those allegations without getting some kind of a fight. He's a seasoned journalist, he's a credible person, and he would not want to put his credibility on the line. So it is very important for the vice president to clarify, rather than just imagine immediately when Rodney Steer spoke, there were a plethora of different rebuttal against Rodney Steer. They went to the point where he was being accused as being what? From the camp of the CDC. And every one of us know that Rodney Steer and the CDC, they cannot stand face to face. So the fact that the vice president is using surrogates to go on social media to make all of these wild statements, it's not helping the vice president cause. He's the #2 president in the country. And if he is linked to these kind of allegations, I think it is wise and prudent that he hold a major press conference, because even the gentleman from Freedom FM just said it. Some of his associates are friends with this person that he claimed that he does not know. And he went, even took picture with the person, but yet instead he claimed he does not know this person. And it goes back to what is even obtaining on the side of the world, where some individual were being tied to certain individual, and they say, well, I don't know the guy. But equally so, you are in touch with the person on multiple occasions. So we have to be very careful here. Okay? This drug situation is killing our children. It has the potential to tarnish the reputation of Liberia, and it also has the potential for Liberia to be labeled as a narco state. And we have to talk about it, and the government has to be transparent in its investigation. And I don't understand why the police director has taken the lead in this investigation when actually it's supposed to be the justice minister. It is the justice minister that's supposed to coordinate all of the investigations, and he's the one supposed to be the public face of this drug epidemic, and that was this drug that was arrested at Ramos International Airport. So to pass it on to the police director, leaving out the acting director of DEA, I have a little, I don't know what is going on there, but I think there's something that is not right here. So the government has to be very, very, they have to come clean to inform the Liberian people. And the fact that bits and pieces of information keep filtering out outside of the official information that is coming from the government, it creates a room for a lot of speculations. And it also shows that certain things I've been hearing from the Liberian people.
Wow. Let me welcome Johnny. Johnny, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome. Thank you, Mr. Gilman, and let me appreciate everybody here, man. I'm just getting home. But anyway, I just want to join the conversation, if you can permit me, to just start from where my brother Stephen left from. And I really appreciate this argument about this drug issue. If no one wants to discuss this issue, the closing argument will continue to discuss this issue for Liberians to know that we all need to rise up to the occasion. I'm surprised that Liberians are still sitting quiet and allowing it to go the way it's going. If we don't put fire on the back of the turtle, I can show you the thing will die, and the guy who was sent to jail or to court will be set free, because the way it is arranged, I mean, it will be difficult for the state to prosecute this matter and find the guys guilty. The way it is arranged, the way charges are laid out. So Liberians, the poor Liberians from the slum communities, that can I afford 1 meal for the day, your children are at risk with the drug issue. If our state, our government cannot protect us, we must insist on protection from the government. We must insist. If we have to get up to the public, come to the Capitol building, cry on our senators and representatives to ensure that this thing takes a real security investigation matter, not to try to sugarcoat it or cover something, we have to take action. Too much, I mean, people in this country are taking us for rat too much in the country. They are taking us for granted too much in the country. They see us as people who don't know anything. We are in darkness. And people out there are looking at us. They know exactly what has happened in this country on the drug matter. They got cogent information on people in high places, in low places, in everywhere that are linked to this drug issue. But they are just watching our government, our system, to see how this issue will be addressed. I can show you, if the appropriate legal actions, the appropriate security action are taken, Liberia will face a serious consequences when it comes to the drug issue, especially cocaine. Cocaine is not for joke. There's not marijuana. There's not kush. This is cocaine. And cocaine has another level. To have cocaine in this country, and where reports have stated that there have been several shipments of this country, this is just the one that have been busted. We need to take action. And I want to appeal to my president, President Boakai. You need to take the place that a president should take when it comes to the welfare of your people. Get up. After by this time, if I were advising President Boakai, I would dismiss all the security heads that are linked to this matter in terms of the DEA man, the police director, in Justice Minister. I would dismiss them or suspend them and bring new people on board just for the case to bring fresh hands into this investigation. Then we'll know we're going to. But we keep all the old guys there in the system, it will be hard for us. It will be hard. And we need to protect our image as a country, as a people. Liberia has to clear its name from the cocaine issue. During the regime of President Myean, we had a $100 million case here. People were arrested, went to court. In no time, they were set free. They left the country. That also was not good for us. How can you arrest a case of $100 million case and then go to court in less than 1 or 2 months? They are set free because the way the case was prosecuted, it also suggested that something went wrong in the system. We come back again today to this new government, and we have cocaine case, and we've gone 4 weeks plus, and today somebody is arrested and charged and sent to court with all kinds of charges. Look, Liberian people, cocaine is not a small thing. We must act. Where for me, I'm from Lofa, my name is Johnny Kwebli Moniba Debe. My mom from Lofa, my papa from Lofa. President Boakai is from Lofa. Whatever you do today, we have a long-term implication on people of Lofa, people of Liberia. So I want him to really stand as the man of the day, as president for this country, that care for the future of this country to ensure that no drug issue will be taken for play. Seriously. And you know, the point that my brother just raised, and today I heard Councillor Gongloe talking about it on the Truth FM. Why is the police RG being the one talking everything about the drug issue. The police has a different statutory mandate, and the LDA has a different statutory mandate. Why are we not hearing from the LDA chief, Biago? Why is he not giving us update? He should be standing up to the podium and telling us what's happening with the drug issue. Not Gregory. Gregory is police. Or are they telling us Gregory in charge of everybody? The same thing we saw when the Kappa Benny issue. When fire caught that Benny, we couldn't even hear from the Liberia National Fire Service Director. And we're saying Gregory that making a statement. What's wrong here? What's going on with the country? The issue of police is there. When kind of drug, we have a law that says the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency is responsible to fight drug issues in the country. So let the LDA man speak to Liberian people. Why is he not speaking to us? He's being paid by us, by our taxes. If you see some of our tax pay every month, what they cover our salary to government as tax, we have a right to speak out to this issue. So, Mr. Gregory Kromah, please remain silent. Let the LDA director speak to us. Is that your case? There's not a robbery case that warrant the police to get involved. There's a clear drug issue, and the LDA is Liberia's statutory organization or police agency or security agency responsible to fight drug. We want to hear from Biago himself what's happening on a day-by-day basis, not the police director. I don't know why I don't even know why the senators invited police director in our case. They can help. They can facilitate the process by some other means. But the man who should speak to us on the drug issue should be the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency director, who is Mr. Biago. Whether he's confirmed or not, this man is acting. He's being paid by our salary, by our taxes. So he should speak to us. Okay. So by the fact that I'm hearing the police director speaking over and over, it gave me a different signal, a different sign. Making me feel that something is going wrong somewhere. Why is man not speaking? What's wrong with the country? Is man not qualified to be LDA director? Then take it from there. But then man should speak to us and tell us what is unfolding with this drug issue. I want to hear from today onward, whatever Gregory Kromah says, I don't have time for him. I want to hear from Biago, who is responsible for this thing. Even he's confirmed or not confirmed, he's being paid by the Liberian people money, he should speak to us. It's a serious matter here.
Thank you. Victor, Johnny is on fire. Johnny is on fire, but we've been saying this, even during the Senate hearing, Biago wanted to speak, and Gregory Kromah cut him off and say he doesn't even have an office space at the airport. And then today, Sahara is also reporting that Jojo has an adjacent office to King. So how come they're arresting King and not arresting a gentleman who has an office right next door? They are partners, they do everything together. Why nobody is saying anything or even looking at him as a suspect? So the information is out there. But I think Johnny has a point. Either Gregory feels superior to everybody and everybody feels subordinated or inferior. That at a Senate hearing, Biago went to speak. He told Biago basically to shut up and told him, "You don't even have an office space."
Yeah, I think that's a very legitimate observation by Johnny. Biago, I mean, you could see the body language of Biago at the hearing. He looked frazzled. He looked tormented. He looked very stressed. I mean, he didn't seem like he wanted to be there, because I think the IG has taken on too much power. Then I think he should really, rightly be exercising. I mean, we all talked about the incident at the border. He went, though we say, he didn't reach to the border, but he was the man, the security lead, who went to verify what's happening at the border. He's not an army man, he's a civil peacekeeping security person. So yeah, I think he's usurping too much power. This investigation on the drug issue, the president elevated this to the national security, which is headed by the Justice Department. The IG is not the Justice Department, but he took upon himself to still lead this investigation. So there are a lot of questions, and you're also right about what is not being said. This Tony we're all talking about, Tony is not anywhere in the investigation. He was never mentioned. And I think we're about to have our own Liberian style WikiLeaks of Julian Assange. People will continue to leak this information, and then he will go back and re-engineer, his investigation to include these people. Yeah, Jojo's name we said this. His name is almost always in these kinds of operations. We never heard about it. It's hard reported that. Yeah, and they also link him to the Kim brothers that they go way back. None of this is in the investigation. So there are a lot of questions, but I think you're right, Biago. We heard he had resigned, and then he did not resign again. So Rodney was talking about the tension in this government that I think is really, really raising a lot of eyebrow. But I think the IG really is not doing himself and the investigation any favor, but continue to present himself, as the lead on this investigation. But having said that, I'm glad that Tomalin was able to talk to the vice president. He said, and I'm happy the vice president is giving this in some very serious thought. I think he really needs to quickly get behind this thing because the more it lingers, the more interpretations there will be of what his involvement is. So I think he needs to quickly come out, and tell us his association with these people who are now in the public view, being associated with this drug matter. This is not any ordinary business. This is a serious matter. Dire consequences could result from this. Philip Brown was reporting that the U.S. Crime Intelligence Unit was in Liberia. They've already left. They've done their investigation and they're closed. They gave the presidents the finding. So a lot of eyes are on this matter because West Africa is becoming that corridor where major drugs are transiting through. Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, all of these countries are associated with really, really serious drug transportation. Rodney mentioned this Joe's Ledeka fellow who we understand is a European who is supposed to, I think, be married to the daughter of the president of Sierra Leone. So, a lot of eyeballs are on this matter. And I don't understand, all the foot dragging. And now, maybe we're beginning to see why, there's just too much cover up, too much cover up. And the president continued to say, let investigate. How long is this going to take? Since June 8th. We're in July. And we said here the other time, the IG, was adamant on Wednesday. Arrest will happen on Saturday, and we were saying, yeah, maybe this man is already trying to send a coded message to all these people because of the 5 names he called. Only one person is with the law enforcement. Everybody else on the run. Was he telling these people to hurry and run away before he would come out to, announce their names? All of these things. But in the meantime, there was a lot of people who really suffer, including all of us. All of us will feel the resulting consequences from the way these few people, are just for their own pleasure and greed, sacrificing the rest of us. So the president is in Turkey. Yeah, somebody raised this. I don't know whether he's going to attend a NATO meeting. I didn't even know the NATO meeting is happening. Beginning tomorrow. I don't think he will meet Erdogan because Erdogan is going to be busy with Trump. Trump is a busybody. Nobody can be. The president is,
let me go to Pewee.
No, I'm coming. Hold on. I didn't.
Go ahead. You didn't let. Go ahead.
I didn't. We talk about it, the flight and thing, and I really hope this government taking note. There is no free lunch. The president either flying B. Martin, he's either flying Samaritan's Purse, or he's either flying Kappa. All of these people have interest in Liberia. How does he not know this? So those are legitimate questions that will be asked. But I want to quickly come back to the sport thing before we go. I think I agree with Robert. I think if the U.S. had challenged that red card, I think that would be a legitimate call. But right now, the way they did it, it looks like we're putting our finger on the scale, and I think it's wrong. You know, you have so much power, you don't always have to exercise that much power. So I think they're changing the U.S. participation. But then again, you know, it could be a smart play. Now there is renewed interest, I think, in this whole thing. A lot of people now want to see the U.S. fail. So I think it's probably good for business. But you mentioned, you know, the big guy, Lukaku. I think Sylvester. I think this is his fourth World Cup. You know, they brought him off the bench the last game they played quickly.
Every time.
So we have to keep an eye on him tonight. But putting it back to you, I think we're going to talk about our man Aseko. Aseko has been expelled by Raji and his group from the LFA.
Yes.
I mean, what is this guy? I think Raji is doing too much. I think he's doing too much. I don't know, but I understand he's being expelled. But as I'm passing it, and this is for Robert, Pewee, and Tomalin, I understand the U.S. coach finds much success with the 3-4-2-1 formation, which is not too good in. I think they say he's good with the 4-2-3-1 formation. This is why he's keeping him on the bench. Unlike what the conspiracy theory from my brother Jerome Gayman here. So I don't know what you guys think. But if this formation is bringing so much success.
That formation is the reason why Timothy Weah is on the bench. And I don't think it's a personal vendetta. Because Sergio Dix is not a right winger.
There you go.
Even though he has performed and has created chances for the U.S. since this World Cup, he's not a naturally winger. He's a defender. He's a wing back. But this coach has preferred him on the right wing as opposed to having a natural right winger on that side of the bench. So that formation, again, some coaches prefer it. I don't. It's a more cautious formation, and it's one that allows the team to counterattack if necessary, and you have an extra defender. But Sergio Dix, the guy who was born in Germany, is not a natural attacker. He's a defender, but he's playing up front right now. But go ahead.
No, I'm learning. Good, thank you.
Okay, guys. You talk your own. I talk my own. The coach is biased. Joe,
what happened to our nimble guest?
Let's go to the top. Let's get posting.
I want to comment on the voting before the
nimble guest run away.
The game will soon start, guys.
Yeah, let's go back to the topic.
What happened to our nimble man? What happened to Gayu Kim and just disappeared?
He disappeared.
If I would put it this way, Gayu, the guy said the part of the LRB money of me brought it. Gayu got some. So
our cassette will say, "There go Gayu down."
Gayu, bro. So, but I was trying to speak quickly, Mr. Gayman, to this whole jokes, buhaha, as we want to put it. You know. What the name Johnny just called the DA acting officer in charge, Biago. You know, this is just a simple thing, and I've been dealing with most of those. You know, I've dealt with the Liberia National Police Authority for some time. When Chris Massago, police chief, I did some public relation work for them. I used to do some good public relation work for them when Chris Massago in the police and the rest of that. The police are kind of it's a paramilitary institution with proper level of regimentation also, and they allow their subordinates. Remember, Biago, gentlemen, is still a police officer. He was recommended, and they were the police chief went. The guy, a whole clique, the guy controlling the whole national security thing in that country. It went to his system. They recommended. So Biago was recommended by the police chief to be officer in charge of the DA. He been seconded from the Liberia National Police. He's still an active person in the Liberia. That's the reason why he saw the matter. He said, "Shut up," and he just did that. Right? No,
and then he tried to tell you what he shut up too, right?
Yeah, because the man said he's not even getting a director general pay.
He took it. He took it to Koga's brothers. They had to push him to apologize when the man talking. And that's the police. Remember, they got some high-profile officer in Central there, Mr. Gayman and the rest of the folks there. They would take somebody, mid person, head of Dopoh zone, this commander. That person is expected to report. Okay, that's the Zone 5 Depot Chief. They call it CO5. CO5 is expected to report every week 100,000 to certain officer commander in Central.
Oh, the revenue agent, huh?
Huh?
The revenue agent for the police, huh?
Oh, yes. The kind of a level of corruption in the system. And that's the reason I was disappointed. You saw how deflated the police chief sounded. He was very disoriented in his press conference. Well, he didn't even know what he was saying. He didn't know. We expect our police chief to come and tell us, number one, police chief should not be having a kind of press conference. No. The Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, because it's a legal matter now, as soon as you charge, the Solicitor General take control. And Johnny is right, the Ministry of Justice should take control of the matter. They didn't take control of it. The idea, you would never hear Biago say anything if the police chief is around. Well, then shut up. He would do. You saw how the man looked like somebody there, like, I mean, and so disoriented also in that hearing. Now, there was no need, and they called him because he's the officer in charge. Where in the world have you seen somebody say an officer in charge for more than a year, almost a year now, and there's nothing whatsoever? So listen, they're just controlling, and it will now push him to start doing their own thing, and that's one of the reasons, man. Brought them here, oh, the thing happened at Liberia, chief, anything with, and that's the way they are operating. If care is not taken, and if they allow, and if the president is not going to take charge of this matter, trust me, between now and December of this year, they will hit that country too hard, because this is quite unfortunate. And we should, that's the communication the GLS sent up to the airline. That email that was sent to the airline. I would have thought that the police would use that as a means that these guys did something to expose this. But if you were to charge poor King, and then you left us, you didn't tell us the origin of the drugs. And that's a critical matter to this case. And I want to believe the police chief, he said, oh, he went to London. What did he go for London? What is it that happened for in London? Where the drugs came from? We know now, okay, they're all saying to us where the destination point. Then they say, well, was the UK. We don't know. They're saying that to us. Then how come you can tell us where did this drug originate from? And then how did it get through the country? Which crossing point did it enter the Liberian land? So we do have to go amend the bailiwick of the Republic of Liberia. So how did the drugs enter the Republic? And we know how it was going to get out. And it was fortunately for us, it was busted out. But then the point there is, if these people, and I will hope the poor brothers themselves will push to save them their own reputation and the reputation of the company that they spend more time establishing, they will have to come and speak out. If they're saying to you, okay, oh yeah, because there may be some shenanigans here. There may be some shenanigans for the government to say, okay, there's some surreptitious plan to blindly push you to say, okay, just remain quiet and we'll take a little. The time kind of just push you in the net and there will be no escape route for you. It's possible to think that, oh, that's sitting over telling them, oh, would that get you a person of interest, and they're pushing everything now. And this way, if you can't come out and tell the people where it's unfolding, there's going to be a problem. Roughness revelation is serious also. Why I came up, and let me make this clarification to my point, before people think that I'm trying. What I was saying is it's possible that Mr. Gayman can be Mr. Gayman. He's a celebrity GOP star. When Mr. Gayman entered Liberia, a lot of people want to take stock photo with this big boy from the Republican Party. Right? So that he don't know them. It's obvious.
Man, we're gonna even go Saratoga. I mean,
Pewee.
Yeah, but I mean, I gotta go now, man. I think we gotta go to the game, guys. We'll come on the drug thing another day, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta go. Listen, guys, we close it tomorrow. We're gonna on the football team. President, we are saying Mbappe is far superior to Yama. That's a big one. We'll discuss it tomorrow. We also going to discuss Liberia withdrawal from the FIBA U-18 government cannot sponsor the kids their trip to go. So
man, now what the president said, man, he said Mbappe is more experienced. He's a veteran. He didn't say.
But the president was absolutely right.
It's right.
Yeah.
It's
how
right.
do you compare? But who are comparing him first and foremost?
It's right here.
Yeah, but the president was right, Jerome.
That's not right.
They were
We shouldn't even discuss that.
It was an interview to see
Yeah,
Gentlemen, the game is starting. We gotta go.
Go ahead. You got 1 minute.
No, but I said 1 minute not enough. I will table the my take on the drug thing.
You just said we gotta go, and you said 1 minute not enough. So
Gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow. I gotta go watch the game. The game is very important.
Okay, go ahead. See you tomorrow.
I will table it until tomorrow because we gotta go watch the game. Like, start. So good luck to the U.S. Let's see what happens, and we'll come back tomorrow. I will give my opinion on the drug thing tomorrow.
Okay.
I just received a call from Pochettino General. He's saying he telling me he said nephew team will play today.
Oh, listen, he shouldn't play when they're going to lose. Before they say we do it, so he played we're going to lose.
But Jerome, quickly, Jerome, our sister who said she cracked the code, Portugal is out. Remember?
Yeah, so that code, but she said she was right. She cracked the code and broke it. The code is broken. Mr. Nagbe, you're closing real quick.
No, I'm done.
Okay, great. Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go back to the drug issue. Do you know that I should have received money today from the US from somebody? And the person told, I know they don't have a Zelle coming to Liberia. And I tried to share a colleague of mine contact with the person. And this person told me, Johnny, your country has too many issues. It's only you I trust. If I can't find out money to you, then that's okay. I don't want to work with any other person. So that tells you that we are getting at a very dangerous point with the drug issue. So my closing argument.
No, listen, no.
Listen.
I don't be a skinner,
but listen. The thing is, the person doesn't know how to do Zelle to Liberia, right? And when we check, there no Zelle to Liberia, right? I go to other send with something else. And person, I told her, okay, look, I got my colleague, my friend. This is the contact. Sent to them. She said, I don't know the person. In person. The person is there where you're in the US.
Oh, but then why you the person got a bank here? It's in Zelle.
Yeah, the person is saying, look, Johnny, the person is saying to me, whoever I don't trust, I don't deal with no money matter because it's a money laundering issue. And a lot of things happen. Anyway, drug and money laundering are related. Don't say that, people. Your country you're in there got too much concern about money. You know that?
Oh yeah, but if I send money, if Nagbe sending money to me, he picking, it doesn't mean Zelle.
Yeah, but you
got a bank account and you got a bank account, you can give it. But until that
my man, anyway, my closing argument is, President Bogai.
I'm not gonna send that man. I gotta eat that man. I'm not gonna send that man.
No, that man going yellow, my brother. I'm not going yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try to preserve the war, the Asian war. I want to preserve it, protect it for the heritage purpose. So here's the point. My closing argument is, President Bogai, please take charge of this matter. Don't trust anybody on the matter. This is a matter that has a still right to do with your leadership. Please take charge of the drug issue and don't have mercy on anybody. I want to advise you dismiss all those concerns and form a new team to look into the matter, investigate the matter, to save your name, save Liberia name. Thank you.
Chief, take us home.
Yeah, first, let me just read. Senator Dillon just he said something. He said, and I quote, "Where this investigation leads in this fight against drugs, the law will take its course, even if it leads credibly to the president and it leads to the impeachment of the president. Then so be it." In the A.B. Dillon. Wow, powerful.
That's powerful.
Very powerful. And
the problem with that is, Chief, they will not open that direction. They're not opening the way for the investigation to lead anyway. You see all the
I think Dillon made this. Dillon has invested a lot of money in this drug.
But it's not going to go that direction. It was 3 hours and something that come out.
The Senate cannot initiate impeachment. So why he wasting his time? We're not stupid here.
Where the kind of money they invested into this thing, they will work with the police in the house to do it. So I will give. I think the idea he has been very vocal on it. But Mr. Gayman, on a very sad note, let me before my ending will come on this. Over the weekend, we lost two incredible people. I lost a friend, a brother called Bomi. human lion, Amos. He one of those who followed our show too. He died on 4th of July in Minnesota. And I met him at Costa's birthday one time, and we all became cool. He was from the Unity Party. I know a strong Unity Party member, but we're very jovial. We lost him over the weekend in Minnesota. And then last night, our friend and brother, Nadi Drew, and his wife, Kiman Wesley, lost a 20-year-old daughter in a car accident.
Yes.
We go on the love card on her page. She wrote that she was going to New Jersey to do so. She used to do fix and makeup, fix people up. And she said, "Oh, I'm going to do makeup in New Jersey." And then last night, tragic car accident, 20-year-old, she lost her life. Man, very sad.
So sad, man.
Very sad.
Sympathy, man, Chief. Sympathy. And Johnny, sympathy too for your friend Akpadawe. I don't know if you met him, but
exactly.
Deepest sympathy, yeah.
Community is very sad. It's a tough thing for the community, especially for the parents. For our man, Wesley, and his wife, and Kima. It's a sad time. I think
it's more gut-wrenching when they die so young. You know, I mean, young. You know what I mean?
So all we do, like I was telling people today, I said, we will get young children driving on the age of 18, 16. We just pray for them. That's all we got to do, because when the God, and the children driving, we just pray for them every time we to pray for them and see it, But it's sad, very sad. Yeah, but and then you see in America, you see Bill Clinton sending message to George Bush today on his 80th birthday. How it should be?
George Bush 80 today?
Yeah, Bill Clinton saying birthday greetings, and then
he still look fair though.
Yeah,
the man cut you off.
Yeah. It look really fit, yeah.
Yeah, it look fit. I thought George was around 74, yeah.
No, but he's not for presidential. Not
fit. The man exercise, man, get the best care in the world, best doctor in the world.
No, very good, man.
The man retired with life. Man, he retired life, so man, he fit. He got president even though.
Hey, Marcy around?
No.
We wish the U.S.
Hey, where's Barbara? His mother was Barbara too.
We wish the U.S.
They want to chastise him for eating pretzel. But anyway, go ahead, Chief.
We should a U.S. victory tonight against Belgium.
I'm a patriot, but I don't feel good about this game. I think the momentum was stolen from us by Trump. Now you can't give a good team.
Your team in a Republican position, girl. Your team in a position. We're talking against Trump.
No. You see, I'm not like you. You uncover.
This man is a rhino. Don't mind.
How can you say? He said he friends with Marco Dukakis, all the Democrats he friends with them.
Yeah.
But then he said Republican. And he was all with them. You're all with Dukakis, you're with Jack Klein, you're with Jesse Jackson, all the guys you're with, but then yet and still, you say you.
But the man with Joe Biden too, my man. You should have met Joe Biden.
I'm not Kekurakoto. Don't call me Kekurakoto.
Tomorrow we'll have our guest, former Governance Commission. What do you need?
And we did the flyer already?
Yeah. What the guy need again? What the guy need?
Who?
Who?
What the guy need? The guest tomorrow. What the guy need?
Garrison Yolu.
Garrison Yolu will be our guest tomorrow.
The former Good Governance Commissioner.
Yeah, Governance Commissioner.
Okay.
Good. Guys,
they were Belgian side here, and not good for US.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's soccer just starting, so
too much pressure. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, I wanted you guys to see this. I know you saw it. The guy said, he said, you got a red card. The guy said, I got my Trump card too. The man showing the Trump card. He said, I got my Trump card.
Yeah, I got Trump card, my man.
The man the hottest football on war news, man. All the war cable news.
But you remember the president of taxation, the one they have here in China, he said, Trump said, we got a car. China said, but we're making the cars.
Yeah, right. We're making a car right in Taiwan. Okay, guys.
The man like you. The man going to tell you, you don't get a car.
Yeah.
He told Zelensky, said, you don't get a car.
But we didn't want to make any cars. But anyway, good night, guys.
All right, man.
Okay.